Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram, and this is episode 547 WEednerdWorld. Mr. Smiley's Gardens rolling in a little Justin. Let's see here. Justin Johnson, can't find my way home in the background. It's a good tune, man. This cat's got a lot of good just instrumentals that just kind of smoke and listen to. Highly suggested. Get a chance. The treats are kicking in. Need to fucking get my top chat going here. My live chat, top chat. Nobody wants top chat. Pop out chat. There we go. Not that there's anybody there yet. There, hopefully will be. Chad Greenstalk rolling in already as well. What's up, Jack?
Not too much. How you doing?
Pretty good, my friend. Saying hello to some people in the chat. Other than that, I'm doing fine, my friend.
Am I the first one in?
Man, Smiley always throws me off when he comes in with the glasses. What's up, Mr. Smiley?
Yeah, swipe it over. There we go.
You're muted, Smiley, by the way.
I'm muted. Shit. What's going on, man? I was bringing up chat and then my YouTube was all fucked up. Like, the screen was all weird. So. Cheers. It's fucking Monday. Clean up my roller so I can get one going.
I was just about to watch your update. Your little garden walkthrough.
It's a shitty one.
You know, Smiley, you actually make me feel a little better knowing that you use a roller. Man, I use a roller myself, but it makes me feel better. I'm not the only one. I didn't mean to cut you off, Jack. I thought you was.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying anything. I was just suggesting. What do you mean by a roller?
Well, just a roller.
Oh, like a joint roller.
Yeah.
I see. I thought you were talking about like
my
paint
case.
roller or like what were we talking about here? Joint roller.
I like to double up.
They get like weed underneath the roller thing, and then it builds up on the ends there. So you gotta like scrape that shit off. And then it also gets caught up in the like where the part swivels, that little J gets caught up in there, so then it doesn't close tight.
I feel you. You definitely don't want them rolling too tight, but if you do, you can always just kind of roll it between your hands a little bit and you're good to go.
Yeah, I've been accused of rolling them way too tight. Cordwood, I think, was the definition used.
It's funny. What are you guys smoking on tonight?
I'm rolling some Jack Skellingtons.
Some seeded jelly bean.
Your nation. Yeah. What's up? How about you, Jack?
And so
throw out some TGA, man. You got to. Be the odd duck.
I am the odd duck. Fucking smoking gelato. I was gonna be smoking Dontnie Burger, but I thought that the Dontnie Burger was pollinated because my last run before that was pollinated. So I'm just so used to picking through like seeds of my own homegrown that I'm like avoiding my homegrown because I'm like, oh, it's seeded, and I'm like, wait, no, it's not. I'm just high. So I got some Dontnie Burger and some Amy Aces that I could have dug into, but my wife gets so many samples, and some of them are real good. And it's like manzano gelato. I think it's like apple gelato. I think manzano is apple in Spanish or something.
So,
but
you did end up running that Dontnie Burger. I thought you picked Amy over that one.
So I did initially. I wanted to do both Amy, and then one of my Amy's that I got sex tested at Farmer Freeman, I just must have been high and put the wrong like slip in the wrong envelope. He said female, female. So I put them both in my earth box. I flipped. 2 weeks into flower, I'm like, this is the most male looking female I've ever seen. And then sure enough, like I didn't let it start busting. I was like, oh shit, this got balls. So I cut that out, and I had the Dontnie Burger still in veg, but it was kind of like a little bit neglected. It was just like chilling in a 1 gallon pot for that week and a half or 2 weeks or whatever. But I said, fuck it, threw it in the earth box in the spot that the male Amiasis was. And I got a moderate harvest out of it. Probably roughly 2 weeks after I harvested the Amiasis. The other thing was I did have a tiny bit of PM with the Amiasis, so that's kind of why I've been avoiding. Just I always make sure to scope it real well, just to make sure, even if it's not like visible to the naked eye, but there's not anything.
So what brought on the PM, Jack? With you being in the size area that you're in there, center of the house, I'm guessing, you know, not necessarily on a cool
I think it was post harvest. I didn't clean my herbs now, and it had been sitting around for a while. And I also ran the machine and just like let it sit for a bit when the air wasn't flowing, for like probably a full day, and just didn't get to trimming the remaining leaf and jarring it. I was busy or being lazy, I guess, one or the other. But didn't get to it in time, and there was just, it wasn't like a large amount. I'd say of the, I don't know, few ounces that we pulled, I would say like probably 5 or 6 ounces of bud, maybe 5 or 6 grams was lost to PM, because we just threw away the whole cola. If there's like a speck on a nug this big, we'd throw away that whole entire top, you know, cola or whatever it was on that branch, just cut everything out just to be safe. I know you could probably, you know, like cook with it or something, but we have enough. I'm just tossing it.
Mr. Canna makes in chat. Actually thinking about, well, hopefully doing a collab with Mr. Canna makes there in the near future.
Cheers, Canna.
Nice to see you.
Happy to see him growing more. I've been seeing a lot of his stuff on YouTube. Follow him.
Yeah, dude, he does it live in the morning. So I caught it this morning. We were hanging out with Cheddar Bob was there too. It was kind of fun morning. Smoking some weed.
I must have just missed it. Or you must have just missed me, rather. I was there this morning as well, in the first part of the show.
That was the last part. Guess I missed you. That's cool. It's a good time, bro. So Jack, just kind of something I had heard recently, and I'm trying to think offhand where it was, but they were talking about different, like powdery mildew is like all kinds of different species, like it's a range of a family or whatever. And
Yeah,
it does fall under the Omycetes category, or like phyla or whatever you would call that, you know. So it is like an Omycetes category of kind of pathogens, you know. I just found that interesting.
yeah, there's definitely a lot of different types. Like I know some of them won't go after cannabis. Like it could be infecting your like cucumber or your roses, and you might not necessarily be the same type of strain that can impact cannabis. There's like lots and lots of PM, but I also know that it's relatively ubiquitous. It's like kind of all over the place. So if you don't keep your environmental parameters in check, it's possible for it to infect the plant. This is actually the first time I've ever had PM on a home grow. I usually feel like with adequate airflow and everything else, being able to manage the RH with the exhaust fans, I haven't had this issue before. I've had bud rot one time on all my other crops, but this is the first time I've ever seen PM before. But like I said, it really could have just been neglect in post harvest, but I don't know. I need to talk to Matthew Gates about that because
I don't think it
I
pops
wonder
post harvest. I think it's got to be on there when the plant's
ahead of time. Yeah, no, and that's very possible that I just didn't see it. To be very honest, this was probably one of the harvests that I neglected the most. Like I just didn't have as much time to keep everything as I guess well manicured as I normally would. So I'll take the very, very little drawback that I got. I found out like afterwards, so it wasn't like I lost the whole entire thing. Could have been a lot worse, I guess.
Exactly. That shit goes quick too, man. That's the shitty thing. Must have just been like barely starting or something.
I think it was probably just like maybe one spot in the room. I let it get way overgrown. Like the Amy Aces tripled in size and just dominated. There's just fucking colas every which direction. I don't even think I topped it, or maybe I topped it once and just LST'd it, but it wanted to grow everywhere. What's up, greenfingers?
Cheers. Cheers. I just take a choker. So, cheers.
Miss
Smileys.
Cass has a question about your cat there. What's up, Greenfingers? Wants to know what's the kitty's name?
I think this is the boy. This is Sanka, as in Sanka the Rasta. He's my Rasta cat. And Tallulah, his sister, is over there in her little hammock. They're both Persian and Maine Coon, half and half. The dad was a Persian who was all white. Mom was a Maine Coon who was all black. And most of the litter was all white. They had one that was like smoky gray. His name was Smokey. This wasn't like an actual legit breeder. She was like a Craigslist lady. And I think her cats just knocked each other up because she didn't get them fixed. And they were covered in fleas. And like the dog was like chewing Sanka Boy's whiskers off. So I felt like it's like $100 rehoming fee for the cats, which I felt like was an unbelievable deal. Got all their shots and everything. They didn't have feline leukemia. And I've been the proud owner of them for the last few years. Sanka actually loves to help me in the garden. I always feed the males to him that I'm not breeding with. And I also, when I'm like defoliating, he loves to come in and eat some of the leaves as well. He's my little Rasta cat, overseeing all my business in the garden. Even when I was mixing up soil the other day, it's like, he's funny. He just likes to oversee what I'm doing. So as you can see right now, he's security, making sure nothing's going on.
Like,
Watching the
like, oh, a new kitty litter.
they know when the treats come in, that's for sure. But honestly, I do think it, at least if I'm up, it offers me some security, because if something was to happen, he'll run towards the front door if he hears something, or if he's at the front door and somebody's approaching, he'll run away from it, and it just gives me the idea of like, oh, there's somebody here. I also have a little motion detector light and the camera that notifies me if anybody walks on the front porch, so there's that. But somebody would have to break through glass to get into my house, so I'm not too worried. If they do that, they're in more trouble than they want. I'll say that.
Yeah. No, I don't think anybody wants that tap. Well, maybe there's some guy out there sitting with his gun ready to rock.
Right.
I've seen some pretty cool gun. There was one, the guy was laying in bed and he just like hit the bed headboard or whatever, and the fucking shotgun drops out.
Mine's not too different than that, Smiley.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe a half second longer than what it would take in that GIF.
With the card lock, that's the most important one. One with a little card swipe magnetic lock. Otherwise, people can get into that shit.
Well, if you don't have kids,
it's just furniture, but like it's hard to tell. But like some people
oh
are smart
yeah,
enough to know.
my brother's got one of
Smart
those.
enough to know. They're like that's smart enough to know that that furniture is up there for some reason, you know.
Those are cool though. That like the shelf that's got like a tactical shelf. You have like, yeah, it's like hung onto the wall. You have like fucking everything, but you got your little magnetic card. You walk over to it, and boom, drops out like the. In his case, it's a Smith & Wesson 686. 357 Magnum, and he's got a little speed loader. It's loaded. He has a kid though, so it's up, away, safe. Only he
Yeah.
has access to it. And if you were there, you wouldn't even know it was a tactical shelf at all. It's like a nice walnut wood shelf that blends in with everything else, and he knows right where it's at. And I don't know, it's definitely as somebody who's had their home broken into by an armed robber in the past, I appreciate people's right to bear arms and have good home defense adequately at the ready. But on a more happy note, I also appreciate the right to toke one up and get stoned online with my buddies, which is literally, I had to shower or whatever tonight because I was just fucking working hard today or whatever, sweaty. And I was like, after I shower, I'll probably be off. I got some energy. I'll fucking kick it, chill with Eagle and the boys. I know Monday is a WEednerdWorld. I was a good husband. I did some dishes. My wife spoiled me last night and made some Wagyu burger, bacon cheeseburgers, which was fucking amazing. And
such a good husband that you automatically assume that's her job.
she typically does. I will say. I mean, we're a little bit traditional in that sense.
I am too. I'm not arguing. I just thought it was funny how the way you said it.
It was more than that. It was more than that. There was other things I did. I cleaned her bong as well.
Well, that's more important.
We don't need to hear about that, Jack.
Not a euphemism. Anybody feel like Eagle's maybe using his like laptop mic tonight and it's not like the right audio source? I feel like he normally comes in a little bit more clear. I know he's away from the fucking mic right now, but I don't know. I feel like earlier it just sounded like a little bit maybe I'm
Is it bad tonight?
It sounds all right. Maybe I'm just tripping.
It's the same.
Okay, no, we're good. I think earlier I was just hearing things. Oh, Green 13, you snuck in, but I have my phone turned sideways tonight, so I saw like a little dot on the bottom of the screen that let me know there's more than just the 4 people on this panel, so I had to swipe over. So cheers, Green 13, welcome in, buddy.
What's up? What's up, boys?
Just smoking, chilling, doing the same old. We were waiting for you to get here, actually.
Smoking cigarettes by the look of it.
Mm-hmm.
Not to me.
No.
Not at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I thought we were talking about like cigarettes, like cannabis ones.
I got my Michigan State on. I was having to wear this all proud. I got to drop my nephew off he was going back today. They could get back in their dorms or whatever, and then they start tomorrow after break. So had to wear it proud.
Definitely good to have the kids back at school for sure. Oh no, that's not quite what you meant, but
yeah, he does his own thing. But it's cool. I get to hang out with him a little bit. Nice little ride over there.
Yeah, nice. Where's that? Over near Niagara? Is that where you were?
No, Michigan State's in Lansing, East Lansing.
Okay.
So it's like an hour and a half, a little over an hour, I guess. But he lives in New Mexico, and yeah, I don't know. They moved away when he was like 3 years old, so I haven't really had a ton of time to hang out with him.
Who's that? Your sister's kid?
It's my brother's kid, yeah.
Right.
So you're Spartans over Wolverines then, huh, Smiley?
Yeah, yep. You know, ironically, I've always been, but my brother, his dad, has always just been a super avid Michigan fan. So which is kind of funny because he was trying to get his son to like Michigan, and it just so happened they sat down to watch a game and they had their retro uniforms on. So, and his favorite color was green or whatever. And they were solid fucking green uniforms. And he was like, I want the green team. And ever since then, he had been, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a rivalry with dad or what. But he ended up going there, man. Like, since he was 10, he was like, I'm going to go to Michigan State. Man. So
Good old
Yeah.
contrarian.
Yeah, that's good though, because he had his own decision, like an actual decision.
My buddy played at State, and when they went to the Rose Bowl a few years ago, he was a cornerback. He didn't have the greatest career there, but he got some playing time in the Rose Bowl, so kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I think what the coolest part about it is that my brother ended up putting a state sticker on his vehicle or whatever. But I guess they just changed.
That's funny, man.
It is funny, dude. Look at that, it's hilarious. But I guess they just changed around the university and they split it up into different colleges. So there's like an agricultural college, there's an engineering college, there's like, you know what I'm saying? There's like the different stuff like that. So yeah, so my brother ends up getting because he's going to the engineering college or whatever. So it just says state, it's got the S, and then it says College of Engineering underneath it. So he's like, I'm not really supporting any of their teams or nothing. It's just where my kid goes, you know.
Oh, that's funny. The begrudging.
Yeah,
Gotta
it's not
support.
it's not really true though. I'm willing to bet your brother doesn't have an ego, and he is kind of supporting them for his kid.
Oh, he's super proud of him.
Yeah.
They're not easy schools to get into anymore. That's for sure.
No, and that's
Once
what he
upon a
said. He's
time.
like, I'm just happy, man. Any one of them he wanted to go to, he could have, you know.
Yeah, that's the real fucking one, isn't it? Probably the kid might have never gone to any if he hadn't played him that football game and been like, yeah. Oh shit, okay, I'll go to university.
Shit, dude, he's so freaking smart though. That kid, he was valedictorian, class president, fucking played on the basketball team, over a 4-point grade point average. Fucking, he's super smart, man. Way smarter than me. I can hardly talk to him.
I was gonna say, is he related to you?
Yeah, right. No, but see, now this is my middle brother's kids, and my middle brother's probably the smartest one. So out of our genotypes, he was the one that had all the brains, I guess, to pass along.
So that's the mom, isn't it? That's nothing to do with you at all.
It might be. I don't know.
Or
I
it
just
sounds
had-
like Smiley's that's the smartest of the brothers, and maybe he found himself a smart little lady, and they made a smart little kid. Clearly, shit, valedictorian. No matter where you go, that's like to be the best of your class. It says something. I will say, school is a lot
it's a
about
small
dedication.
class.
You know, it's just like you got to get the shit done.
Yeah.
But you have to be smart on top of that. I mean, like to get like a 5.0, you're taking AP classes. Those are like college classes in high school.
He graduated with a associates or something like that.
Oh, I believe it. If you do your last 2 years, all AP classes, it's an associate's degree essentially.
And then he's in ROTC right now, so that's the officer training program. So he's got scholarships from ROTC to go to state too. So yeah, he literally could have picked where he wanted to go. Like,
I wish somebody would have told me that it was cool to be smart in high school, because then I would have tried probably a lot harder. I fucking didn't realize AP classes how much that would just kind of jump you ahead. Like AP psychology and one other, I tested out of like some writing classes. So I jumped basically like my first semester. But that allowed me to, like, when I got a C-, which counted as failing in my later on, it allowed me to still graduate in 4 years. But a lot of people come in with like a full year sometimes of college credits, or 2 years, like you said, to get a whole associate's degree. So, and it's
All
built right into
that
your
happened
school
was you didn't know what cool was then. It was cool then, you just didn't know it.
stuff. It's funny. Some girl in college said that to me. She's like, "You're in college now. Being dumb isn't cool anymore," or something like that. That was eye-opening. And I was just being lazy. I wasn't being dumb. I was just like, I don't want to do this fucking assignment. She's like, "You're paying for this. Like, you're paying to be at this fucking school. You might as well do it." Yeah, that's a good point. Not worth flushing money down the toilet. Like skipping classes, I really felt like every single class I skipped, if you like budgeted out how much the whole entire experience costs, if you skip a class, you're literally flushing money down the toilet. That's the way you have to look at it, I think, to inspire yourself to go to all of them, especially those early ass morning ones. But I don't miss it. That's for sure.
School? No.
No. I think a lot of kids don't
My
need
kid's
it.
moaning. She's moaning at the start of every term. She's like, I fucking hate school. She doesn't say that. I hate school. It's like, yeah, you're supposed to hate school. Come on. Can't stare at that goddamn iPad anymore.
I wonder what kids would do if they didn't go to school, like K to 12. What the fuck would you do with those years of your life? You know?
iPad. You'd watch people doing makeup tutorials, dude. It's all laid out.
I guess like in our day, you know, we went outside and played and shit. Built snowmen, fucking jumped in the leaves. Like I don't know.
Oh my God. Apple fights and fucking building dens and taking shit apart. And fuck yeah.
Green 13
I used to love
that hating going to school is a lot better than hating going to work. So
yeah, for sure.
the thing is, Smiley, what's weird is my dad pointed this out because he worked in education for like his whole career. Kids, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, they fucking love going to school. School gets canceled, they're pissed off. And you know what? We beat the creativity out of them. We beat the fucking joy out of them, and we force them to be in this narrow box that says you're going to take the standardized testing on this date, and this date. And now your teachers are going to be forced and compelled to feel like that's all that they can teach too. And when they get super narrowly focused on that, some kids don't test well. And I know people think, oh, that just means that you're stupid. Unfortunately, there's like anxiety and people learn differently. So if their teacher's just trying to teach them like textbook, here's the 10 things that matter, you need to memorize it and regurgitate it, like that just doesn't work for some people. Like my dad's dissertation was talking about teacher trust in their principals, and like basically the poorest districts, the teachers trusted the principals the least. They're always worried they're going to get in trouble, and you know, their kids' performance was going to be scrutinized, and maybe they had other issues, you know, socioeconomic problems at home as well on top of that. But then like the middle of the road school, the teachers kind of trusted the principals, but at like the highest funded schools, the teachers had a great trust for the principals, and they weren't feeling like they were so constrained to teaching just to the curriculum. They kind of made it more broad, and the kids still ended up getting all the stuff that was needed to be met for those standards and tests. But it's just like, I guess ultimately I'm a little too high to explain my thought in full detail, but kids all learn differently, right?
Now I have a child though. What you just said is so unfrightening. It's like ultimately the whole school thing and the whole learning thing for me is so unfrightening, because actually the relationships are a lot tougher for her to be navigating that minefield. What's up, Johnny?
I didn't even see him.
But the reason why it isn't frightening is because I think you can teach them anything. And so actually, if she doesn't succeed with this situation, which actually she's succeeding very well, and with no worry, which means I'm in a good place to discuss it. But yeah, let's say she doesn't pick it up now. I know from my own self, all my learning really began when I left school, really. When I started to decide what I wanted to learn about, there was just this route, like this huge pipe, and I could just stuff information down this pipe. And honestly, sometimes I have to save it for later. It's like, I'll learn about that later because I got so much I'm learning about at the moment. I don't want to go into that library yet. And so when I know the brain works like that, it doesn't matter what they say and what they do. It just matters that she learns to bump heads with other kids and like be nice, like caring and shit. And so, yeah.
I was just going to say I agree, but I disagree. But at the very end, you just kind of clarified all what I was going to talk about. It's like what they learn.
Oh, I want her to go. Yeah.
When they're not,
I want her to be
not
there.
The actual class. They're learning how to be polite, how to make friends, how to, you know, sit and be patient.
Socialize.
And have to, like, go through, socializing. And I want to also say cheers, Johnny, because we said hello and we didn't actually let you jump in, say what's up or whatever.
Since we're talking about
how you doing? Yeah.
What's up?
Being polite. What's that?
So how is everybody tonight? Yeah, I was caught in the middle of frying up some taters. So I was in the kitchen. couldn't
Nice.
run away from the hot stove, you know. So
I have a probably uncomfortable topic, Green 13, as you just talked about having a kid. I don't know how old they are, but I was thinking about it because I also work with young adults and kids. It's like, at what point, because I'm never going to have a kid. I know that. Me and my wife have already decided that. But when do you have the sex talk? Because if you don't have it with them, like a lot of people don't, they just kind of like let them figure shit out on their own, especially like now with the internet, they could just go and watch pornography, and then like their understanding of sex is going to be like, someone got pregnant because they got cream pie. Like that's the terminology they're going to like understand sex as, you know, like that lady got pregnant because she got cream pie. Like that's what I saw on Pornhub or whatever. That's the terminology that they're using about this.
The kids are already trying to have sex like Pornhub. So like the girls know to, come on my face, come on, you know, or whatever.
Man, imagine my dismay when I had to Google what a fucking blue waffle was because I had heard it from one of my kids.
That's hilarious.
And was it
man.
nothing? Was it nothing?
It's some gross, you don't want to know.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No,
All right.
you don't want to know.
I
Yeah,
It's
won't
one of
find
those
it.
things that I think
I didn't
Urban
wanna know.
Dictionary-
I was
No.
glad I made it to almost 50 before I fucking found out, to be honest with you.
I think certain things people on the internet make up that maybe don't even exist just to be disgusting and grotesque for the meme. You know, like that might have just been like, it was so gross, they're just trying to get a shock value out of it. Like that 2 girls, 1 cup ended up being ice cream years later, but it was just like a shock value thing, and they're trying to get people
Thought it
to
was
think that these
cookie
girls were
dough.
eating shit. Yeah, whatever it was. Who gives a fuck? But it was
I
just
do.
like a lot of people, ultimately it wasn't shit, is what people were thinking that it was, and it was like this
Yeah.
gross viral thing that went around that people were all up in arms about. But I don't know. What are you showing us there, Green Fingers? I can't see.
I
Where
can't get it to focus. There's diamond infused fucking. I can't stop choking because of it. Diamond infused little joint. Oh well. But
Nice.
I don't have to show it no more. Fuck yeah, I'm super high now, guys. I'm just gonna sit here. Oh whoa. Made more.
But yeah, I don't know.
So
like,
to
on a
answer
more
your
serious note,
question, it's
yeah,
kind
like-
of already happened because they do
Okay.
it at school in this year. So then she comes home with a load of information that is, like every time you have sex now, you're like, please don't fucking barge in here, walk in here, because now you'll know what's going on. We ain't having a fight, you know,
We're not
or
wrestling.
whatever. Yeah, you know. So yeah, they're so advanced, mate. It's so advanced. It's like shocking.
Well, I know I was fucking around when I was young and knew shit early, and I like was one of the kind of on the edge of where we had the internet, but it was terrible. You know, I'd like be watching porn and you see the picture downloading, like, you know, it was not what kids have today.
I used to
But
love it.
do you remember dial-up? Somebody fucking pick up the phone,
Yeah.
cut
Like
off
ruin the
internet.
whole thing. Yeah.
I had
Cut you
two,
off.
mate. I had 2 phone lines so that I could 56k on 2 lines. So when one was being slow, I could use the other. Like two lines,
Fancy.
2 computers. Well, fuck it. It was fancy because it's
That's
like,
fancy as fuck back
can't
then.
make this motherfucker to go any faster. So
Dude, my whole family, we had one, and that shit was slow as fuck. The AOL, that sound, I still remember it. The fucking dial tone, like the.
Yeah. That shit was badass.
You've
Yeah, my
got
sister
mail.
was crazy. My sister had our work line cut to our house line, so we got free internet from work because we own the business. Well, we had a family business, so like she'd get like
Hell
all
yeah.
her work calls and all that shit. But like, the internet was slow as fuck, you know. And somebody over
Hey,
there was fucking up. They'd pick up the phone, and be like, "Motherfucker, cut off my whole internet."
I still have an AOL email. I'm sure Green 13 doesn't know what that is because it was America Online, but I'm sure everybody
Crazy.
else here. My AOL is still active. I use that shit still. Fucking register for random ass things.
my dad's got like a 30-year-old AOL email address that he still uses. He probably still pays them for it.
Oh man, is it that old? That's funny. Fucking A. AOL. I don't know. It's hilarious.
They used to hand them out like they had the cards or whatever.
Yeah, the CDs.
Yeah, you had to install it with a CD onto your computer. Which is
Yeah.
like a tower. God, the good old days.
Oh,
Yeah, those reminiscing days.
Or even pre-computer days.
Back when
If
you
you're,
make a phone,
like Johnny.
try to call somebody, and when you call them, you get the fax machine, and it starts screaming at you in the phone. Oh man, I hated that.
fax
I just think
machine.
pagers was the funniest shit.
The weirdest
Oh.
shit is, 10 years ago, I worked in a company that still had a fax machine because it was a finance company, and it's like, it was the last line of defense. It never got used while I was there, and we got rid of it because it goes fax to computer now. But that shit stayed forever.
They still have it at the auto shop right next door to me. They got a fucking
Right.
fax machine behind the front counter.
Yeah,
I'm sure that shit's been there for a long time.
I remember we had a fax machine at the gas. My parents owned a gas station before the auto shop, but yeah, and we used to charge $1 per fax and shit. Like,
Fuck.
yeah, I remember there were like business people would come in. There was one dude that's like fax like 15 pages and shit. And deal out $15. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
It
the line of
was,
business.
it was obviously so expensive because it was like, well, fuck, we got one. You ain't. Do you need it to get there today?
That's it.
Funny shit. In the end, all we used to get was fucking faxes for adverts. You know, like mobile phone shit would come through on the fax machine. It's like, fuck off, man. We had to print that.
I'll say I wasn't cool enough to be slanging back in the days of the beeper, but I know fucking people were moving some herb with that fucking beeper. Eagle might even have been one of them. Shit. But I don't know how y'all made that shit work. From what I see, it just seems like it was so inconvenient, but you could get messages through. It's just very, you like took it and then you
That's
like,
where the code came through. You gotta have
Mhm.
code. Yeah, it was you didn't go to the payphone unless you had to. Most of it was code.
I was gonna say, yeah, you could get some of it through. It's almost like a text.
Yep, exactly. My sister was queen of that shit. So like I got all her hand-me-down pages, and then like so I had like 3 or 4 of them, like up until like the 2000s. Like one, like that was the last time I had it. 2000. I was like, what the fuck? Crazy.
I think one of my favorite analog old school things is the triple beam scale. It seems so old timey, but it's fucking accurate, man. If you're like, I'm never getting, I guess you could short somebody if you like adjust the weights or something in there, but like an accurate triple beam.
Yeah.
And Eagle even said he had the little pocket version, the fucking, you know,
The finger still.
the spring scale, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you hang it
I
on your
still
belt.
got one right over here. I got one right over here. Hold on.
The like the fish one, like the one you weigh the big fish with.
Yep.
Hold them up, and then they got the little finger ones too, with the little fucking for the 4 bags, 5 bags of lid, what a
Do
dime,
it. Oh, I got
nickel, 20, like a whole bag. All skins and seeds.
That is great.
Wow, there
That's
it is.
fucking
the
classic.
finger one. Yep. Yes, you had the fish one and that one.
Go buy those.
Eagle, that's the classiest one I've ever seen, actually. That's like fucking still looking pristine.
Oh, shiny.
It's like nice
I'm
silver.
surprised it doesn't have a skull down there for the weight balance.
Still uses that shit. What are you talking about?
No, I don't. I'm not still
He
using
still
it. Mark.
uses it.
Maybe,
What scale do you
maybe
guys
in a
use?
pinch. Not,
What scale
not
do you guys
regular.
use?
That's funny, Smiley.
You guys use the 0.0
Well,
or
it's like
the
I saw him
double?
using that fucking. Oh man, I can't even think of a Michigan reference. Blanking. What's that city that everyone mispronounces? That always has there's
Clio.
an H. Clio, yeah, everyone calls it Cleo.
It was Cleo.
Cleo, Clio.
I'm gonna go party with Miss Cleo. Smoke some weed with Miss Cleo. You remember her? She was fucking phone psychic. Miss Cleo.
No, I do remember Miss Cleo on TV and like the phone in.
Oh, boy.
You'd call her,
She died, didn't she?
probably. Know who I miss is when you said Miss with the big smile, and now I can't think of her fucking name. Oh man, Misty Nugs.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I miss her.
Haven't seen her in a bit, but she'll come back around, I'm sure. She's great spirit. I thought of when somebody said Cleo, I think that was probably where Eagle got called out to dance with her and turned red as about a beat. And,
You blew it, Eagle.
So
You blew it.
I'm such a terrible. I'm a terrible dancer. I still swear I'm gonna still go by the fact that I did her a favor by not dancing that day.
Even if you danced like Steve Martin, it still would have been okay, I'm sure.
Dancing's almost like fashion. If you think that you look good, that's like half of the battle. You just gotta be confident and not be Carlton.
Oh, cousin or yeah.
Trying to wonder if I could oversist it.
There was a dance that became popular, and Eagle will appreciate this as much as he likes Weekend at Bernie's, called The Bernie. And the song, you probably don't know it, it's called Move It Like Bernie, and they shorten it to Burn, and they say like Bernie, and you literally just like throw your head back and rock, and your arms are like out to the side. It's the most bizarre dance, but it was a cultural phenomenon for a little while. I mean, dabbing was a thing, right? Where that's like an emoji. Looks like you're sneezing on the dance floor, like covering your sneeze.
You don't know how many again, to put me out of how far out of sync I am, you know what I mean? So I don't watch the news and shit. You don't know how many times I actually yelled at my kids for the term, using the term dabbing and shit. Like, do you know what that is? We're dabbing. What the fuck are you dabbing for? What do you know about dabbing? You don't know how many of those conversations I had before I had to figure it out. Seriously.
And they're running around doing this, like,
yeah. I don't know. Really.
It's actually really like innocent once you actually find out what it is. It's just so stupid. It's like, I don't know, man. Every generation, I think Smiley said it, or somebody said it the other night. Every generation thinks
Not
like
my
that.
generation.
Yeah. Oh man, it's funny. You don't even got to be that old to feel like you're getting old.
I know, right?
I definitely.
Are you in your 30s?
I don't disclose, just for anonymity.
Well,
I think it'd make it.
You could say like range, right?
I just think it'd be too. The field that I work in, there's not a lot of people like
He already
myself.
said what he watched. Like we know what kind of age group we're in because we know what pages are. So like that's how I go off of it. I'm like I go off of it by he knows what a pager is, so it might be here and here, you know? Could be anywhere between this age and this age. So
it just seemed like 30 was that age where you just like realize that younger kids are morons.
Before 30, I felt like that grandpa, like get off my lawn feeling when I was like in college, studying at one point, and my window's open. I was like trying to enjoy the beautiful California breeze, and I just hear like some fucking loud skateboards like bombing down the street. Like they're totally entitled to do that. It was like not late or dark or whatever. Like they're just having fucking fun. But I didn't say anything, but I had the feeling of like, you quiet down, you stupid fucking kids, even though they weren't doing shit wrong.
My grass, you son of a
Yeah, it's funny. It's just like
I was. That's crazy. I was just like that. I would actually like the kids would shoot each other with little soft airsoft, and I'd fucking sit out there and just watch through my screen. Just watch, like you motherfuckers don't step on my fucking lawn. Like, but I would never say shit. I just sit there and watch. Like you motherfuckers.
Oh man, the kids next door.
Talking about trespassing, you guys want to hear what's happening in my park lately? Last few days?
Oh, the trailer park?
You said the one lady was in your car the other day when.
Yeah, well, there's some more drama going on in that house next door, in the trailer. So, it's like pretty late at night, and I hear something. And I don't know what the heck it is. So now I got my ears on a swivel because ever since that happened, I'm kind of worried about someone messed with my car, you know. So I went out to my car to take a look to make sure everything was good. And I look over at the neighbor's house because something caught my eye. And there's somebody over there trying to open up the front door, and they're looking at the front window and, you know, and trying to get into it. And I know this young lady's in the hospital at this point, you know. And I call up the manager. I back up and call up the manager, and I said, hey, somebody's supposed to be at the trailer next door. And she goes, nope, they sealed that up. That's completely off limits. Nobody's supposed to be in there. And I said, well, somebody's trying to get in right now, you know? So she ended up calling the police, and the police came out, and when they got there, there's lights on in the house already. And they'd already broken in and gotten into the house. And I guess they screwed the doors shut and sealed the windows somehow. So he broke in somehow. I don't know. And needless to say, they got the guy out of there. They got him over by the car, and they're talking to him. And this is one of the guys that lived about 3 trailers up inside of a shed. And he's been living there for a month or so, living at this other guy's house with a bunch of other people in the shed. And it's just a bunch of, I mean, it's like a hobo town over there, man. They play the harmonica and everything. You know, it's perfect.
Oh,
Anyway, so find out that this guy somehow he has a sublet letter from this lady. And he's got permission to be living in this house. Earlier in the day, he went up to the police officer and said, hey, somebody locked me out of my house. You know, so they said, yeah, we even had a report earlier from this guy. And I said, really? That's amazing. So now I've got a vagrant as a neighbor. And so the person that went over there and locked everything up and took the electricity away, he shut the power off and everything, you know, so he had no power. And so today when I got home, I saw extension cord coming from the old place that he used to live at, going down across a couple of trailers and going up into the house. So now I'm expecting to see a fire coming on, you know, with that kind of extension cord, you know. I mean, this is just ridiculous. But he's got more right to be in that house than the actual owners. So how's that for starting off 2022?
shit.
Hopefully it doesn't catch fire. And yeah, it sounds like he's trying to run power to his homies, and they're
Next thing you know, I'm going to have 4 or 5 people living in there, and that'll be the new hotel, the crack hotel, getting their work done in there, you know.
It's funny you say that because there's a hotel that got abandoned, like in a very nice area that we're in actually, and it's just like people break in there and squat, and I don't know what their drug preference is, but it gets spray painted up and does look like a not so good place. Busted out windows, boarded up windows. Like, that place is closed down. Why are there lights on in there? It's like, how have they not figured out how to just cut the power and board it up so that people can't get in? But I guess determined person.
Yeah,
Find a way.
there's a way. There's always a way with the will, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's
Damn,
why they
Eagle,
said,
what the teeth you got going on there.
We still got another round to go of screening yet. But I'm guessing
half of it, huh?
there's probably we're probably about a half ounce of keef before we're all said and done out of this. We'll see. We'll see where it takes us. We got one more we go from this. You see me kind of like break it up and do the bounce on the screen, and that's just a house screen. I was actually gonna double it up today. Yeah, I've had that one for fucking ever. You seen how whopped out that screen is. But today I meant to fucking go and actually get a metal screen, get the aluminum and double it up. So it was just, you know, a little bit finer of a micron, but could yet still be wiped down a little bit easier. I still wipe that down with alcohol in between uses, but I just thought I'd like the metal a little stronger of a bounce before that, you know, that nylon screen gave a little bit quickly to the bounce. You know what I mean? I've had, yeah, like I said, that thing's been around and through a few
You tried
songs,
silk?
actually. No, I haven't.
Silk screen is that's like the best dry sift. The fancy dry sift screens, to my knowledge, use silk screen, and they have all the microns from other
this is
professional.
This is the
settings.
next step.
But metal's
So we'll
smart 'cause
take
it's easy
it
to sanitize.
So we'll go from this to this is actually a 220 full mesh bag. So we'll put this in there, and then
Is that like a
do
wash bag?
Flip. Yeah, just a regular
like your trim?
220 wash bag.
So how do you knock it out of that one there, Eagle?
It should just most of it just fall through.
Yeah. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. Trying to find something to scoop it up on there.
It'd be big ass heads if it's not falling through that, or it's contaminant. Which ideally,
Actually, you'd be surprised how clean actually it is through a 220 just by itself. But you can take it down 160. Actually, with this method right here, 160 is actually about as clean as you want to take it.
I think the trim band's 150, and that's a metal screen too. And that shit, I consider that dry sift. Like even without cleaning it, it's like a low grade dry sift. If you clean it, you can get it to be fucking 99% pure.
From here, what I'll end up doing is some night this week, it'll go from this process here, depending on how clean it is. I don't really, because what it will be in the end, more of a like old school hash, basically. It's gonna be either like a temple ball or I'll just press it out into a bar and leave it. But I don't mind it if there's like some material left in there. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. You know, it's still cannabis, but from there we'll go into basically just like a shake.
So you just up and down with it, basically? Okay.
Watch it like roll over itself in the bag. And just keep
Okay,
that process
okay.
going until she's not dipping anymore.
Yeah, that's a learning experience for me. I'd never seen that.
Just keep it going until she gives. You can see it building up on top, on the bottom of the bag, just every so often. Give her a little brush with the pink brush.
I love dry sift.
That's
It's like-
full on classifying what you've, what's already been shifted.
That's what I used to use when I was running out of weed.
So how much of that do you think you'll get out of there, Eagle? About a quarter ounce or?
This in particular pull probably. Let me see how to do a little bit more. Between 7 and 14, somewhere in there.
Okay.
I've already done this a few times today. I actually got the solo cup. If you can see down in there, it's already half full.
Yeah.
With keys.
Yeah.
Plan
Yeah,
is to make like a 3 ounce fucking bar sometime this week.
Yeah, it looks real clean too.
You say that trim?
That leaves you nothing but blonde down there, right?
Pretty much, yeah. You can see, it's pretty. It's hard to get the camera over there.
Starting material you used.
Yeah, it looks like it's ready. Yeah.
Bud, Smiley.
So
Some, let's see, I think it was BBQ. What's the starting material?
That's
good
cool.
talk, though. Well, huh. You need to take over the conversation.
No, we can't talk.
No, we love it. Fucking, I was just going
Yeah.
to grab my trim bin so we could show off some.
Oh yeah, that looks
Is
nice.
that all fucking beef right there?
Yes, sir.
That's full melt, right? It just melts.
It's just real gentle. Really like the first run, just bouncing it. And the proper cultivar, the Velvet Punch, I think one of its shining, like any of my testers I sent stuff to, one of the things that I gave was a Pheno report on how much dry sift they were yielding, depending on the Pheno that they got. And it's like the guy who I got it from, Vegan Doja, is a hash maker, and a lot of his stuff makes really good either ice water hash or dry sift. But
These dumps, the trichomes, huh?
yeah, it's like
Nice.
What's
It's like a-
it? Velvet Punch?
Velvet Punch. Yeah, it's his.
Where'd you get that from?
It's Doja DNA, my buddy, or vegan_Doja. I've made it F2, and then I just popped my F3s. So this is like my first round of testers of the F3. So.
And you're running the F2 with it, right?
I am. The F2s are just a little bit slower right now, germination wise. I'd say they're like 90% germination versus the 100% that I got from the F3s. All the F3s are up, where the F2s are still in the soil. So we'll see. I got one sprout from the F2 so far, but
A ton of them with the F3. You have a shit ton of the F3. See,
I'll show you.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, you got quite a few.
Oh, yeah.
There's a few thousand.
When you fit in a little square like that too, isn't it? It's like fucking. crazy.
They're stacked piles on piles. This is like a few hundred that are jarred up in 10 packs, and then some free floating. These are the F2s. And then here's the F3s that haven't been jarred up yet. But got plenty of them. Made lots. It's nice to have.
That's
So
what-
Eagle, when you get done shifting that, what do you do with the stuff inside the bag?
You know, as of late, I've been setting that aside, and I'm going to actually run some alcohol through that real quick and run it through a coffee filter and see if I can't reclaim some kind of RSO out of it. Get some whatever's left there out of it.
Oh, yeah.
See
Good idea. That's a great idea.
that other stuff now that the stuff that I crumbled. Now this stuff here will either be RSO or this will be taken to my blasting guy, basically. One of the two. It'll either be stuffed in a pipe or fucking, or I'll make RSO out of it. One of the two.
That's the way to do it. What kind was that, Eagle?
It was the BBQ V2.
Nice. Nice yield off of that?
Yeah. At least a quarter, I would say 7 grams easy. We'll see.
It just
Part of the
dumps-
reason. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It just dumps all that fucking standoff there right there that you're swooping up. Huh? That's a lot of fucking trichome head. Pretty nice. Yeah.
I'll say dry sifting to me feels like a lot less elbow grease than bubble hash.
So much
Yeah, it
easier.
doesn't take 12 hours.
And my wife
little
actually
bit
prefers the
terpier.
stift,
What was that, Eagle?
terpier.
More terpy. Yeah. But for
Because
some
nothing's
reason, I
lost to
think
the water.
that the bubble, I think the flavor's here, but I think the more lasting buzz is from the bubble. You get more of a body buzz, where this seems to be more of a heady buzz for some reason.
I wonder if you Do you use the same temple ball process for both?
Wasn't it?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I wonder if what you're experiencing is like the headier high is like your reaction to the terpenes, and there's just more terpenes present because some of them are water soluble, and the water soluble ones might be the headier terpenes.
Yeah, or the change of the molecules changing to like CBG or whatever.
Zeroed
You know,
out.
CBN or whatever. What is that one that gets you all high? What? Turns all red. Oh, that's teeth right there. But it's from the bottom of a bag, like sitting there,
This one was only
all red. 2 years old. 2 years old.
None of that.
So I pulled some out of my my curadors to smoke, and I wanted to see what it tastes like. It's the Perplato Mimosa, and I haven't smoked this stuff for, oh my gosh, it's probably nearly a year and a half or more. So it's been vacuum sealed inside my bag. You know, the can't even see this crap with this shit on. Yeah, a sec. Turn that background off for a second. Anyways, I got this inside of these two bags here, and then it was inside of another one. So it was vacuum sealed in here, and then vacuum sealed again for a second time. And then I just sealed one it a third time into another bag without the vacuum seal. But this stuff here, after it was a real spicy, real spicy hitting weed. And it was a little bit spicy for me, so I put it away for a minute just to see how it goes. And after curing all that time, well, now it's much better. It tastes a lot better. It's got a lot sweeter taste to it, but it still has that spicy kind of a back note that hits you in the back of the throat. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that cinnamon, kind of a spicy kind of a thing. But man, I'll tell you what, it is euphoric. This shit will just, it lasts a long time too. That's got to be the CBN or CBG that's coming out of it. You know what I mean? After being cured for such a long time.
Yeah, man. That profile is like that for sure. Anyway, that spicy thing for me does last quite a long time.
Yeah. And yeah, it's a good hit. Still has that spicy note to it.
Not my cup of tea, that.
Yeah, it's not quite my cup of tea either, but I'll tell you what, I'm enjoying it now. It's kind of like one of those ones where, like you were saying earlier there, you just didn't feel like you wanted to learn that right now.
Yeah. What's up,
Did
Stoney?
Hank take off or did he fall out there?
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Morning,
I don't know what it is for me right now.
Kind
of like I fell asleep at like 11 o'clock just sitting here. And I was like, okay, I got a minute here to have rest and I get back at it. Fuck. So I don't know what I'm at right now, morning or just still afternoon, just a nap for me. So anyways, good morning.
It's already Wednesday. What are you talking about?
Well, that's it. I'm in the Wednesday now, all right? I go back to sleep. I'll be back later, Johnny.
There you go. You go to sleep, it'll be Tuesday.
Right.
You had me wondering
Tuesday.
there for a second, Johnny. I was like, wait a minute.
I know. I had
It
to
can't
think
be
about
Wednesday
it.
already.
That's what I thought. I'm like, holy fuck, I slept longer than I thought I did, maybe. You had me
That's
freaking out a
funny.
minute. I had to stop and think, like, wait a minute. So, anyways,
And
Eagle, where do I get one of those fucking kick-ass hats, man? I like the shirt too, but the hat I can use like today.
I'm not sure how that's gonna work yet. I'm thinking about just giving them away, with some beans.
Well, I mean, I'll buy one. I don't have a problem supporting, man.
I know. I hate that though.
Yeah, I know, but you know
that's
what? Though
not-
you're going through some shit. You probably can use some money now.
That's why.
And it's easier to accept the money when you're giving away something, right? So it goes hand in hand, man. All the good people in this community want to actually give you the money because that's, the helping part of everything, right?
Yeah, it's a choice as well, isn't it? It's not like he's ramming them down your throat. You're like, can I please buy one of them off you?
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Wait till
feel
we
like
all
a
buy
dick,
ours,
too,
and then you ram them down the throat.
I want pink on pink. Like I want pink writing on the pink where you can't even see it. It's just like pink on
Oh,
pink.
see, now
I
there's
had fucking
special
a few
orders
people
coming in there,
DM me.
Eagle. Now you got to charge for that shit.
Exactly, dude. I want to glow in the dark. The ones that turn
There you
colors
go.
in the sun.
That's what we do.
Those ones. Those will be a beautiful thing to buy. The ones that change color in the sun. Those
Well, I
shirts
can
are
tell you
amazing.
this much: as of this point, I had 30 made, 2 of them monogrammed. Of course, mine got monogrammed. Smiley's got monogrammed as well. The rest of them are just straight out as you've seen them, all different colors. Of course, yes, there are some pink ones, green fingers,
Oh yeah.
green, pinks, some yellows, reds. We tried to cover it all.
He's not alone, though. That's my second favorite color, too. Pink. Baby blue, baby pink.
Yeah, I like purple, pink, blue, red.
And I like
I have two young girls. I'm done with blue and pink, man.
I like
fun.
chickweed
I like
as
them.
well. I like soccer mum weed.
Yeah, there was actually, I don't know if you guys caught it, and then I need to be like jumping the line here, but these guys here, they seen the post of the shirt there, and they were like, we'll take 2. And I was thinking, fuck yeah, I want Mendo Dope wearing them shirts.
Of course you do, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, when they say they want 2, you send 10.
Yeah.
5 each or 10 each. That's not a regular order. You just send more than they ask because you want to be seen. Beautiful shit.
Make them pay for it, then they will wear it.
That's right.
It's funny.
There's a funny truth to what you just said, though. On a
I know
value
there is.
level, right?
Honestly, there really is. If they pay for it, they will wear it. So if they're willing to give you the money, take the money because
Let me
then they
take
will wear it.
$55. $55.
Like when-
It's a special shirt. It is now. Yeah.
All of them one price. The shirt $30, the hat $30, everything. Like when it's all one price, it's like you feel like you're getting a deal. Like like yeah, beanie for 30, sweater for 30. Sweaters would be 100.
Time, baby.
Well, sweaters are 100 nowadays.
Shit, now all we got to do is marketing in line here. You go, we got it all set up for you.
That's your job, Johnny.
Oh, you
We're
just
just
send
the
us a
idea
box
men
and we'll
here.
just start selling it for you. I'm like, fuck. I'll push West Coast merch. West Coast Wednesday merch.
You guys want to hear my latest from the auction?
That'd be sick.
Yeah. What you got, John?
Okay. Blind Cat 420 wanted me to get him a chair. He wanted him a computer chair, a really nice one. So I put a bid on. Well, you guys know I got a chair the other day for $62, right? Online or on the auction. So, anyways, this chair was going for. The asking price is $1,058 for this chair, and it was really funky worded, the way it was worded. It didn't sound right. It sounded like there was something wrong with the chair, but when you get into it and look at the pictures in the back, I didn't see anything wrong with it. So I put a bid on it, and And I noticed that every time I put a bid, somebody automatically came in a few minutes afterwards and bid it right up beyond what I did. So I noticed that they did that 3 times, and I figured, okay, I'll just let this thing set for the day, or for the day, because 6 o'clock the next day is when it's going to be over. So I waited till that period when the time was coming up, and when I had about I don't know, between 10 and 5 seconds left, I put my bid in, and I went way above it, and I got it. So when I got the chair back to the house, Blind Cat 420 told me, he says, you know what, you go ahead and keep that, and he's going to send me some cash for it, and I said, no, that's okay, I'll keep it anyways, because it's a badass chair, I like it. So I take that chair and I get it all set up and put it together, and there was a little bubble pack, a black bubble pack, shipping package, and the chair is put together. So I'm wondering what the heck is in here. So I cut this thing open and cracked that thing open. It was a 18-karat white diamond promise ring.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
How much you get for that
There
thing?
you go.
What's that?
How much are you charging for that? That's a couple $100 for just some gold right there.
You got it on your finger. Come on, show us.
It doesn't fit on me, and I got no plans for that kind of shit. So
Get that
So
shit, weigh it. You got to scale, weigh it, and then see how much it's worth right now. You could literally do it right now. Just put it on the scale, weigh it, and then we could tell you how much it weighs. Somebody they'll give us the conversion on the internet of how much it costs right now. Because it's going to be different every minute. It'd be
That's
worth a
a
lot.
very nice little extra there.
Hell
yeah, I
yeah.
did it
Either way.
to Blind Cat for that because he's got plans. So I sent that up to him.
Nice.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Like $1,000 ring.
In the auction. So you guys want to see my chair?
Yeah.
You're right there.
it's one of them. Yeah.
Look at that Captain's chair, man. Look at this stuff.
Looks comfy.
It looks like it's the Enterprise Starship fucking chair, man.
Yeah, it's got a headrest on it. It goes up, down. Oh.
Does it come with Captain Kirk's ass prints in it?
No, damn it. I wanted that too.
Damn.
I was hoping for Lieutenant O'Hara.
Oh yeah. Well, then
Uh,
you'd be sitting on it upside down, then Johnny. You'd
Well,
be in
you know,
that chair face first, legs up.
do things work, Hey, come on, man, flip.
You're not young enough to sit like that anymore, man.
You're
You
right.
just gave that, come on, you gave that
I
ring
tried
away,
it. I
dude?
know.
That's so cool.
Hurt my neck terribly. You're
All
hurting
right,
my
how did
neck now, Johnny. You're upside down. What are you doing?
I have no idea what I did. What's going on here? I'm flipping around.
That was great timing for it, though. That's fucking
It
awesome.
was.
Damn. Crazy.
Growing on.
Gotta
man.
load that. Crickets there.
Oh yeah, I'm just shocked he gave a ring away. He gave that ring away, he said, right?
So that in particular flower isn't seeded, but there is some flower back behind me in chamber 1 there that is pretty heavenly seeded. Luckily, as I've harvested my way through here a little bit, it was just door 1 and 2 that seemed to really get seeded. This tent over here didn't necessarily get it as bad. And as I've worked my way around and snagged girls out of here, out of there, it was seemingly just that one tent. But I'm gonna go through the same process. I'm done. I've still got some over here in the dryer that I'm gonna probably go through and pick out the seeds and fucking rub that shit in my eye like a dumb fuck. Because I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it daily. Just forgetting, roll like 4 joints, then straight to the eye. Just okay, yeah, I love the burn. I think, but I'm gonna get over that. I think I'm gonna end up doing just what I did here tonight. I think I'm just gonna fucking finally grind up some buds, fucking then break it all out and then pick the seeds out of there real quick. You know what I mean? Fuck trying to smoke that shit. I'm just gonna make something out of it. But I will harvest the seeds out of it. But I'm not gonna do it joint by joint. It'll be one fucking shot. Yep, just like that.
Get her done. Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're real seeded like that, though, man, it's surprising how little bud comes off of that, too. It's unreal. Like, you have a big nug and you break it apart, and if it's full of seed, like, you'll pick the seeds out and there won't be shit there. You're like, what the fuck?
That's how we used to deal with shit back in the day, man.
Yeah, that was the good shit as well.
Yeah, right. I had this plant outside. I had these 2 plants outside. They're both feminized. One turned male. And what didn't turn male, it was a fucking male. It wasn't feminized. And then he flowered or he seeded up my other plant. So I was like, okay, well, no big deal. I mean, they weren't supposed to be outdoor. It was a whole thing that looked like these 2 plants were going to fail, and I threw them outside. They came back to life, right? So I'm like, no big deal, right? Got seeds, and I'm figuring, I'll just take those seeds out of there. I'll save some of those seeds. That should be no big deal. Get seeds out. It's pretty easy. I mean, you just bust it all apart. It's not like you're doing anything special. And then I started doing that, man, and it brought back memories immediately of the fucking late 70s, early 80s, man. Everything you got had seeds in it, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I was pretty good at shucking seeds out of those buds back then. But, you know, you're only dealing one little bud at a time. It's different than dealing with a giant fucking bush that was outside because this thing was like about 7 feet tall. So, yeah, man, I got about a quarter way through that plant with shucking seeds, and I was like, fuck this, man. No way.
That's why they sold it to us with seeds in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Everything
Exactly.
before then was
So-
effort.
I thought I was fucking gonna save myself a tiny bit of money fucking with AutoZone, right? So basically, they had a nice deal. You get what, $20 off every 100, but they'll only go up so high, right? Give you that, they won't let you like on every 100. And I had some auto mechanic work to be done, so I thought, well, hell, and it was only online, shipped to home. I'm like, well, fuck, no biggie. Said it was all gonna be here Friday. No big deal. Sure, I got this. So I'm shopping from the local AutoZone, which is a half hour from me. Not too bad. I would have been gladly purchased and picked up, but for the savings, it had to be shipped to home. I can never figure that out. I want to save you the money, save you the trucks, save you the time. I'll come get it. You know what I mean? No, it has to be delivered.
But then does it not come from a different depot and not the local one, you know? Is that not a deal?
Oh, this is where it gets fun, Green 13. So I break the order up a little bit to get some of the savings, right? You know what I mean? I end up saving myself $100 breaking it up, you know, according to their deal. And it said I was shopping at my local AutoZone. No worries, cool. It's gonna be here fucking what? It's tomorrow, I guess it was. It was telling me initially. Cool, no problem. Let's do this. Boom. I'm gonna save some money. Ever since then, I have daily gotten an email saying my order is delayed. My fucking order is coming from every corner. Oh God, look at them pits. Holy shit. Don't do that. Every fucking corner of the state. Every corner of the fucking state. Fucking, I've got parts coming from Southern Michigan, Detroit. I've got parts coming from Traverse City. I've got parts coming from the other side of the states. None of them from the AutoZone a half hour away. I got a couple of my parts Friday, and some of them were supposed to come today. Oh, fuck yeah. I could have, that would have gladly picked them up. Gladly picked them up. You know what I mean? But like I said, at this point, yeah. Yeah, how much gas have they got into this order? Now it's going to be 5 different trips for them. You know, yeah. But long story short, I did not tear that vehicle down Friday. Remember last time you guys seen me, I was talking about, yeah, I could at least tear it down. Well, it got cold that next day, and I was like, yeah, fuck it. You know, parts didn't show up. First set of parts didn't show up until
we already knew you weren't doing it, even.
Thanks. But after I started getting the emails, I'm like, man, I'm glad I didn't tear that truck down. But I'm still super glad I haven't tore it down because I still haven't even got all the parts in it. I'm missing like the start pieces. You know what I'm saying? So still not done.
Typical, innit?
I'll not,
better than having all the parts sitting there and not being wanting to do it or whatever. So anyway, you'll get to it.
I'm fixing to give AutoZone a call tomorrow. I guarantee by the time I get off the phone with them tomorrow, I will have saved even more money by the time I get off the phone with AutoZone.
That's cool. Yeah. And then you'll be able to go down and pick it up yourself at the store, right?
Probably. You're probably right on that, Johnny. Cancel that shit.
Is that when they're baby? It's on hold because the driver got COVID.
I do not miss that kind of shit. Not at all. I did a set of rear brakes one time, dude, and the drums, they switched manufacturers, so this goes back a lot of years, but anyway, they used to make them in the US, and this is right when they switched them over to like China manufacturing, and these fuckers would come in warped, dude, and you would do a brake job, and every time you hit the brakes, the whole car would just fucking, you know what I mean? I can't give a car back to somebody like that. So literally, I sat and ordered 20 sets of those fucking drums. Every single one of them came in all warped. I had to end up machining them. I had a lathe or whatever and machine them. But they were, I don't know, for anybody that knows, they're a composite type drum, so they're a fucking bitch to machine right too. So it was like, that wasn't what I wanted to do, you know what I mean? But that's what we had to do to get them right. Fucked up.
So it felt like your disc was warped.
Yeah, it literally was out of round. So every time you hit the brake, it would fucking shake the whole vehicle and shit.
Oh man. Well, with that being said, Smiley, I know the driver of the vehicle that's been driving this truck has fucking wore these brakes down to nothing. And I'm assuming it's been a minute since I've worked on the vehicle. It's been a minute since I've worked on it. And I'm assuming it's regular old rotors and shit that I'm used to on every other vehicle. Nice and thick, you know what I mean? Double walled rotors. And the ones I got are all like single. And I'm thinking, holy shit, if I'm hearing the noise I'm hearing right now, you know what I mean? I normally hear them on a normal rotor. So if I'm hearing that on this vehicle, that rotor there must be like nothing left on it. So
yeah, you probably got a sliver of a asbestos thing, you know, scarred, just kind of attached to the plate itself, the metal plate.
Yeah.
My-
Luckily, I
Metal.
ordered everything.
I've
Everything's
seen
being
'em-
pulled off.
I've seen people drive them so far on metal on metal like that it wore through the brake rotor into the vents of the vents in between, and actually it started hitting the hub where the hub joins.
No way.
And it ended up breaking loose from the hub, and the reason they brought it in is because they were hearing that fucking noise of their rotor clanking around. Like, really, you didn't notice the brakes that felt like fucking crazy? You know what I mean? They didn't feel like nothing. There was like
It's something similar to what I might be getting into there, though, Smiley, because these rotors, that's what I'm saying. They don't have the vents. On this vehicle, it's just a single,
solid.
there's no vents in there at all. Yeah, it's solid. So
That's
if it's wore down to where I'm hearing that kind of noise, that rotor's got to be fucking gone or like super thin. So
You can't get them towed anymore either.
Yeah, sometimes you got to turn those things to get them to work.
No, they
properly.
don't. But they're usually so cheap enough now that you just buy new ones. You can't get nobody to tow them.
Fuck, dude, back in the day,
So-
some of them drums were like $10. And granted, the American, when they were made in the USA, they were like 30 to 40 bucks. You know what I mean? But when they started coming over from China, they were like fucking $10. And that blew my mind. Like, how do they manufacture that, ship that shit over the ocean for that fucking cheap? You know what I mean? That just blew my mind. Like, what the fuck?
Inferior metal.
Yeah, well, it is. It's a different.
It is.
So there was long cut steel and there was like this short cut steel, and like the longer cut, when you use that, it tends to stay in a better, it's a better product, you know what I mean? It holds its form better when you use that. And then like the cheaper stuff is the shorter cut, is what I was told back in the day. And then and so it doesn't hold it, but even that, their manufacturing was fucking shit. Like, the stuff wasn't even round, even close. Some of those weren't even to where we could machine them round. You know what I mean? Like, they were the sat off center. It was fucking stupid.
Yeah, heck, one time I was at a machine shop, and one of my rotors went bad, or something happened to the pneumatics of it, and whatever reason that one brake hinged a lot harder and went through everything and went right into the metal, messed it up. So I took that thing off and took it down to my lathe and hooked that son of a bitch up, and I turned it. I did it myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I do not miss doing that shit, man. Brakes and all that.
I don't listen either.
Fucking gross. Taste metal the rest of the day and shit. It's fucked up.
I don't
And
listen either.
the fluid, right?
Yeah, brake fluid, I hated that shit. I don't know what it was about it, but you get it on your skin and it's the weirdest fucking.
Eats it out.
You spray it on your bonnet, you'll see why it feels weird on your hands.
And that brake fluid will eat your paint too. Be careful.
Say that again, 313. You spray it on what?
Spray it on your bonnet. You'll soon find out why it feels weird on your skin. It will strip the paint off your car.
Yeah, take the paint off your car.
Yeah.
And it's on it.
Cleaner? The brake cleaner is even worse.
Oh, your trunk.
So you don't want to spill it.
Hood.
All right. Y'all talking that
I'll
foreign
tell you
shit.
what,
Yeah, shit.
you guys can believe me about this or not, but fucking straight up white vinegar works nearly as well as liquid wrench. If you've ever used liquid wrench or whatever like that shit will fucking bust apart a rusted nut just as quickly as liquid wrench will.
What's
Straight
that,
up
like
white
WD-40?
vinegar. Yeah, pretty much.
Right. Okay, that's
But
neat.
you're not using it as a lubricant. You're using it as like a penetrating oil to get the rust away. You know what I mean? Same thing.
WD-40 is only a penetrating fluid. It is not a lubricant, contrary to popular
No.
opinion.
It's a water replacement. Yeah.
Well,
It won't,
somebody
you
under
spray
there.
it, it'll wash
Replace
off.
the water. with the oil.
I challenge you guys right now to find the rustiest whatever you have. I've actually done this to crescent wrenches, you know, with the wheel, fucking rusted completely to where I couldn't even use the crescent wrench. Throw that fucker in some vinegar. I'll do it. Throw it in some white vinegar. Leave it overnight. You'll be able to go back with a toothbrush and remove all that rust, and that fucking crescent wrench will be as good as the day you bought it. You've cleaned it all up, lube it up, be good as new. Good as new.
I'm on that, mate. I'm all about the vinegar at the moment. So yeah, wicked.
I got a couple of pipe wrenches that could use that kind of work too.
Yeah. Try it. I'm serious. You will fucking never buy another can of WD-40 liquid wrench. I keep it in a spray bottle when I'm wrenching, actually. I'll spray everything down with it. Serious? Try it.
Yeah, rusty that is.
Try it.
Does it cut
That's what
grease
it does.
too?
How clean that is.
Not as good as it powers through the rust, but it will a little bit. I actually use the white vinegar for cleaning a lot of shit. The lights, all the stuff in the garbage
vinegar?
pots.
Yeah, that was in
50,
vinegar.
yeah.
So
My cloner I clean.
boom. A little spot. All the way down to the silver. It used to look like that. And boom. Yeah, difference just from vinegar, like you said. Like from that to that. The rest
Yeah, I
of
want to
it's
start
rusty.
making some vinegar. Really, I want to make some apple cider vinegar.
Drink a little bit of that every day.
It'll
Do
be
ya?
damn clean.
You take a teaspoon of it.
Yeah, actually, I got some. It's you buy it from the store. It's blended. What kind I have right now is blueberry. So you take it calls for 2 shots a day, and it's pre-mixed. I'll grab it real quick. It's actually pretty good.
It's actually for this reason, obviously. Right.
Yeah,
Nice.
you can get it with honey, turmeric. I've actually found some drinks that were like what do you call it? They were like a juice with vinegar in it. They were really good. They stopped carrying them at my store, but I'll go grab this vinegar. It's good. Tons of health reasons for drinking the vinegar.
Yeah, like a supplement. I guess it's like the Germans do with the sauerkraut. It's good for your gut biome. I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, my wife and I are looking into, preserving, because we want to start this growing all our own food or most of it. And so preserving is a big part of it, right? And so it's different things are preserved well in different ways. So we just try and learn whatever we can.
Yeah, vinegar.
So vinegar will be one of them. Sugar will be another, I guess, but it's not really what I want to do. But
Vinegar is real strong. It's fucking, it burned the hell out of my hands.
It kills the bad bacteria and shit in your gut, basically.
I wondered
but it
if
also
it did.
cleans out it's also really good for your heart. It cleans out the plaques in your veins. Shit, tons of it. This is the one that I'm drinking right now. So apple cider vinegar. It's got blueberries and honey.
And it's just like a tonic, basically.
Never drank no vinegar before.
We all
Yeah, that's
you
the
can
one,
actually you can either
Never done that.
dump that shot into like some water, 8 ounces of water, and drink it like that, or you can kick it back just like a shot. It's just like a blueberry shot, basically.
It has to be
It's not
shot.
bad.
Apple cider stuff turns my stomach though.
Apple cider.
Oh, does it? What's that?
Kombucha, golden
Okay.
pineapple. I had the California citrus yesterday. That shit was delicious. I'll give that one like a number 2 out of most of them I tried. It tastes like an orange like whip. If you guys ever had like an orange whip when you were kids, and that's what it tastes like an orange cream whip. It's oh man, it's too good for something that
How does that
healthy for you.
AM/PM? In the summertime, orange whip. AM/PM, summertime. Hey, dude. Oh, I got this one.
What's up, Meow? How you doing, bro?
Morning.
Flower, good morning.
Good morning,
Great
boys.
morning,
Happy
morning to you, my
Meaulflower.
friend.
Terps of the morning.
So the morning to you. What you got there in your hand, meaulflower?
Some cookies of some description.
Mm.
Real nice. I like the trim on it too.
I'm just giving it a slight little trim down now.
Your hand
Expose the
trim.
glitter.
That's the way to do her.
Yeah.
Nobody likes that though.
Definitely like to watch this one.
People get a bud like that. You know, some people like it and they enjoy it that way, and other people will be all complaining it isn't even trimmed. Like,
Fuck.
I actually find that thing when it's all dried and it's on the twig and it's all covered in those, you know, they're all closed in it. I find it really beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful states, you know, out of a hang dry when it's just that stick and it's just
they're all
yeah.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because I don't know why it's so ununiform and actually probably quite, you know, spider's legs everywhere, but I just kind of like it. It's like, yeah.
I think that's
Remember when Mark Emery got out of prison? He kind of called out growers for that shit. He fucking basically
Right.
said we were fucking greedy by tight trimming. That it should look like what meaulflower is. He said by fucking trimming close, in which he was right in a way. He's like, there's no harm in a bud that looks like that. It protects the buds, the trichomes, the terps. It should be sold like that. Nobody minds a little bit of shake in the bottom of the bag, especially if it's accounted for. You know what I mean? He said, by trimming it down, you guys are just creating your guys' extract market, which is just,
Yep.
you know, making it,
That's all
you're
it's
being
for.
greedy about it. It's basically what
Yeah.
it said.
And they don't want it the bud protected. They want to roll it on their fucking, they want to bounce it down their fucking 160 screen a couple times before you get it, you know?
Yeah.
It's-
So it's not quite
What?
as
Like I just did?
what?
I would say that 99% of the bud that is sold commercially is bounced. 100% bounced. You know?
Crumbled
That's
butterweed. I
just
didn't
like, you
bounce
know,
it, by the way.
they're bouncing the whole thing, you know? Unfortunately, that's just what happens. Well, you know, it fell through the trim
It
tray.
is.
That's the middleman.
Oh yeah,
This
there's
kinda
that little,
look-
that little thing.
Oh, that's not going to work.
It's like hash back in the day. People would add henna to it, like, you know what I mean? Or they would, you know, you can, you know, and all you
True
needed was
enough.
a little cement mixer and, you know, somebody with patience to sit there and watch it go round and round and empty it and go again. You know, so people will always add and cut things and do shit, yeah. But it's hard to do something when you hand somebody something like this, you know, like it's like,
Yeah.
you know, okay.
Yeah.
So you have to, you know.
Uncrushed, unfucking handled.
I appreciate you guys that do that, but that ain't me. When I get down to rolling them joints, I don't want that on my tray. I want that
that's
work to
cool,
be
yeah.
done. I want that in the extract file. To be honest with you.
I don't do it either, dude. But you know what? I wish it was the other way. I wish it was the way he was talking about.
Right to
Because
the
I'd give up the extract thing just to not have to do that for a fortnight. I don't
Then
know if I would.
I'm gonna put it in a grinder. You don't like that either, you know. Everyone's slightly different, isn't it? It's like, yeah, I do like that grind that weed. I think it burns a little bit better than I find it like finger. It actually depends on the bud as well and how the how dry
I'm
it
just
is or
poking
whatever.
fun. I'm just poking fun when I say this, meaulflower. But to me, that's worse. It's worse. You protected your bud to that state. You've got the fucking sugar leaves on it. And then you just like, you went to the point where I just don't give a shit from here. Yeah.
It is, it's horrible. But there's the other flip side is between your two fingers there, by the time you're finished, you've got enough for a joint. Yeah, that is the other flip side. Between your two fingers, if I do, because I've had the seed and had to go through this process the last 3 weeks, I've been finger hash, which is the other flip side. I just make up a little nodge, and by the end of the day, I've got a lovely, beautiful hash pipe that like beats any dab out there.
I love
Full spectrum.
I love scissor hash.
I was gonna say full
Finger
spectrum, but I
hash.
was gonna say.
You know, it's just that little,
Oh, it's
I just want to
wonderful.
point
works
something.
for me.
I just want to point something on chat. They're all talking about bounced weed and shaken weed and shit. But I hear motherfuckers on here talking about their weed being 14% and shit like that. So if I started out at 29% and I shook a little off and you're still at 22, you guys are fucking happy. So
Even worse than that,
Yeah.
we grew
Why
up
you
getting our
bitching?
weed bounced. We grew up
Playing
getting our weed
percentages there.
bounced. That's all they were doing in Canada when we were first getting.
Well, I
Canada
never heard
boosters.
anybody doing it.
Oh man, I knew about it because we were getting stuff that had no trichomes anymore. Fucking like they put it in fucking dry ice, and fucking shook it. It was dry and just crushed. You knew that they put it in dry ice because like we did it before. So when we were buying it, we were like, "What the fuck? That's just like the shit we were selling to people." Karma. It was karma.
Yeah.
Karma,
Oh,
right?
for a long
It
time,
wasn't
all my
even
stuff
by
was
a
selling
dome.
compressed. How they gonna shake off of that?
See,
Yeah,
it's
like,
all
yeah.
those things right there that make me not want to handle. You know what I mean? Put my weed to the next guy, to the processor. Actually, if you're putting forth, an image or fucking a marketing, a brand, you don't want the next guy bouncing that shit in between you and packaging and shit like that at all. You know what I mean?
it's still
Shaking
happening.
his end up.
It happens every day. Yeah.
That's
It's something
That's why they
never-
say know your farmer, dudes, isn't it? You know, that's what that
Yeah.
old mantra is about, and kind bud and all that stuff. That's why
the middleman
that's why
makes money.
you don't see the elbows.
Yeah. In the game that we play, nobody makes money. The farmer doesn't make money, but the middleman does because he could price it and do what he wants to it. Like,
But see, that takes all extra steps and extra care, and I get all that it's the way it should be done, but it's not what is in the market around me anyway that people are asking for anyway. Like if I do it that way, people complain, dude, and it's like, all right, well, fuck it, like I don't know. Why am I gonna spend the extra time when y'all complain about it? So
Yeah, but it's like they prefer that drum weed. You know what I mean? That's put through a drum and fucking, it's ball.
Right.
It's like doesn't it?
Pebbles.
no,
Like
poodle cut. You want a Buddha
it's
cut?
even when you look at the trichomes under a microscope, it's like, what the fuck has gone on here? It's like it's been in too hot of a scenario. Like
They're
sponge.
just stalks, really.
Yeah, it's like what's happened here? I'm kind of,
All the trichome heads are gone.
Well, they're
Yeah.
just all.
I mean, like there
It's all
isn't.
bent over and
The long's
folded.
been mowed.
It's like the outside of the weeds got some hash kind of when they do that. It presses them all down, folds them over.
That's why when these guys see a real bud, they freak out, because I had a friend of my brother's hanging out with him, and I gave him some before he left. And he called me later on. He's like, hey, man, this stuff you gave me, he's like, this stuff isn't ready, is it? I'm like, it's fucking been curing for like a month. Yeah, it's more than ready, dude. He's like, yeah, but it's all sticky and stuff. I don't know. It just seems too fresh. And it's like it doesn't like just break off. It's like it pulls apart, kind of like it's still wet. I'm like, yes, it's wet with trichomes. That's what you want. Yeah, it just doesn't seem right. I'm like, that's because you smoke that fucking shit. It's like pebbles, man. And you grind them. It's like they turn to dust in your fingertips. And I'm like, this is it. So I'm going to have to fight you to explain to you that this is better. I'm like, fuck it, man. You'll figure it out one day.
But that's what the
And
market.
you'll be kicking yourself in the ass.
Yeah. But that's the whole market. Like, that's what it's trying to do this. Instead of people spending
Uneducated,
$500
right.
for this, they put it in this and it's fresh. And then it looks like shit after, like, they put it in a poodle trim or a Buddha trim. They trim it all the way bud tight, where they cut off pieces of the bud just to make it rounded off like a poodle.
Yeah.
It's like all perfect and shaped. Like, what the fuck? That's not how it looks. It's not what a bud looks like on the tree. It's not what it looks like when you finger trim it. It's not what it looks like when you hand trim it. It's just not what it looks like. But that's what it looks like when a machine harasses it, rolls it around, and then you stick it in this instead of.
But also, do you guys have the trim bag? They toss it.
Yeah, I do. I have the original trim bag. It's called a paper bag, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You dry it up,
I
you
use the
put them in there,
blanket.
you give them the shaky shake, and all those leaves break off. You pull them out, and then you just trim off the rest. I mean, dude, that's so old school. I know. I've never even seen a trim bag, but I heard they got like floating razor blades and shit in there or something.
You can turn pebbles. You can turn that into pebbles, man. That thing's fucking weird. That's what mostly, I guess, what's done.
This is a blanket with buds, and then this is what it turns out to after you want all the seeds. You just step on it a few times, all the buds come out, all the seeds come out. Otherwise, you know, people do.
What are you showing us, Smiley?
What you got?
The trim job that's the fucking trim job everybody's bitching that I shouldn't do.
Solid.
It's pretty close.
Why shouldn't you do that? That looks nice.
It's not a Buddha trim.
That's through the trim bag.
Right.
Yeah, trim bags don't do Buddha trim. Just those machines that roll them. That ones where they roll those fingers over it and they press it on the screen where it shaves half the buds off.
Now, for anybody that wants to tell if it's hand
That's
trimmed
nice.
or auto trimmed or bounced or whatever you want to call it, see, there's no hair sticking out. There's no, all the hairs are rolled over. Like when you were saying the trikes roll over, I don't really see that under the microscope. But what I do see, and I do notice between a hand trim that somebody takes care, like if meaulflower holds that bud up, I guarantee you'll see the hairs or the pistils sticking out.
Will.
Correct.
And these are all rolled over, and it's like marbleized looking.
Yeah, like Eagle's got right there. That's a bud that I have in my bag, right?
That's the big cue in your eye for anybody watching that wants to.
Right.
That's a big cue on it. So.
Yeah, they're just smooth. They're like golf balls at that point. You know, there's no imperfections. Everything is rounded out. So it's kind of even like the trimmer. My friend's got a real nice one. It's just a spinner one, and it's got two blades in there that spin around. And if you kind of just put it in there and just give it a, and not overload it, just kind of get enough just across the bottom, and you turn it on.
Like a salad bowl type of scenario one.
Yeah, it'll take like, I mean, if you leave it in there real long, it'll shave it down just like those. But I like it for a lot, if I have a lot of shit going on, just to take off those top leaves kind of, and then it's pretty much a breeze. You just go through it and just kind of knock off the rest of them and just snip up a few. So, but I've never tried a trim bag. It's nice. I just can't. I don't know if it was worth paying $80 or $100 or whatever the fuck it is for a bag.
That's the thing.
It all depends how much product you have. Sorry.
No, but what he's actually saying is that's a $20
It's worth it.
man.
They're like
worth
three.
it.
Like,
it's
closer
a
to doing
joke.
big
Like,
outdoors. Like I don't trim nothing. If I were to trim it, I'd use a trim bag or a machine because outdoors you can't possibly. It's Mendo dope style. You're not fucking wanting to trim for fucking 3 weeks straight. It's just not fun. So I just used to hash it all. But yeah, I would trim that shit with a trim bag. But there's twisters and shit too. I would use any machine because I don't, yeah. I turn mine into concentrate. I used to.
I kinda like it. I'm a hand trimmer. I like to look at every single thing. I'm a fucking nerd about it, and I'm like, I won't even accept help. So it's a weird one where I'd like to moan about it, but I kind of can't.
You can trim all mine. That's what I love people to trim mine when I call my friends to do it. I only have like my ex-girlfriends or whatever that would help. Like that's so it's like.
Provided I'm not on a time crunch, I can really enjoy a couple weeks of that.
Yeah, I like that trim bag though. It looks like it does a nice job. So what's in there, Smiley? Are like razor blades or something in there? Because that's something I heard.
Wow.
No,
nothing really.
All it is the netting. The way the netting is actually broad.
It just bounces.
Yeah, no,
it's
no,
the friction that makes the leaves fall off of itself.
No,
when they hit the
Stoney, you're
top.
totally right. You can do exactly the same thing with a bag. Like you can get like one of them laundry bags or whatever. And you know what I mean? They're similar size and whatever, the laundry bags. And you can fucking do it in one of those. The trick to that thing is it's got the zipper on the top and it's got the zipper thing on the bottom and it's got a screen. So after you shake it, you set it upright and the screen's on the bottom and you shake the shit out of it and it all falls through that screen. And there's like a little pouch that it kind of collects in and it's almost like a funnel. You unzip that and it all falls out the bottom.
See, yeah, that's the money there, right?
Yeah, so all your bullshit comes out of there and then you dump the top, you unzips too, and you dump that out. But I've learned actually too, like if you got a full load, you want to almost like take a third of it out off the top because you just shook the shit out of it. You know what I mean? Take like that top third off and then shake it again, and you'll get another like dump from the shake or whatever off from it. But you learn them as you do it. That's the thing. It's one of those.
Yeah, you'll get your little personal process done.
I literally just hand trimmed. I just want to say this to Jack because I literally just hand trimmed a harvest, not the whole harvest. I selected a couple plants because not all the plants do well through that. The bud structure does matter. What goes, in my opinion, what goes well through those. If it's a real open, airy bud structure, the fucking thing will just disintegrate and you'll wind up with all little popcorn buds. You know what I mean? They'll all be in little buds. So some of those that are really pretty, I'll hand trim them. And I literally just did this and I got complaints about that not being as fucking cool of a trim and shit. Like, so I just kind of smiled to myself and I'm like,
you know what though?
You can't win.
I usually fix these people up sometimes if I'm hanging out with them and shit, and they'll be like excited to smoke or something with me because, you know, I'm the guy who grows it or whatever. And I'll whip out my bag of shit and it's just horrible, just leaves hanging off of it. There's no trim job on my shit. I just pick those things off and jam it into the bowl and away we go. And these guys looked at that stuff and they're like, "That's yours?" I'm like, "Yeah, but man, that looks terrible." You know, it's like, dude, it's the same shit you're smoking, except, you know, yours is all trimmed up real nice and pretty. And I smoked all the good stuff off the end of those scissors and my fingers. So, you know, I left mine on there. I just pull off the select leaves I don't want and I smoke the rest. And then it's like, then they don't kind of care then. Then they're like, yeah, you know, you don't have to do that real tight trim job because they kind of get it then. It's like, well, you're cutting away some of that goodness, right? Like, why not just leave it on there and I'll get rid of it as time goes on?
For sure. But you're also just you're just disturbing it too much and then putting it in a bag and then someone else is taking it out of that bag and putting it in a jar and out of that jar into another jar. It's just one extra disturbance that it just Just leave it the fuck alone. The worst thing that happens is fashion and cannabis. It's the worst fucking thing.
Well, I think
I got it down. Well, go ahead,
sorry.
Soil.
An ounce versus a pound or 2 pounds too. You know what I'm saying? Like some of that gets scale gets to be a lot different too. You know.
100.
Yeah.
When I go to band practice now, these guys will be like, "Hey man, you got any? Can you bring some stuff with you?" I'll be like, "Yeah, all right." And I show up and it's a garbage bag, and they're looking at me like, "What the fuck?" And I just pull out stalks. I hand them a stalk. I hand them some scissors. Here you go. Have at it.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not charging anybody anything, but fuck it, man. I don't have to put in the extra effort, you know. It always tastes better when you work for it a little bit, you know. For some reason, it's just like.
You know, honestly, some people really enjoy that. I've had a few people.
Yeah, they all do at first too. They're like, "Oh, cool," you know, and then they start doing it, and then they get about halfway down because they're trying to make that bud look real pretty, like in their mind's eye, what they think a bud should look like, you know, and they're in there trimming it up, and then they're fucking, and the chunks are falling off of it. And I'm like, yeah, and I'll look at that thing. It looks like someone just blew it up, put firecrackers all around it.
It is funny, man. There's so much experience to it too. Like half that shit you can hardly tell somebody. It's like you just fucking figure it out as you go. Like, oh shit! Like,
Oh, to have a discussion about actual trimming, I'm glad we don't ever really beyond something, because like there's so much that you know about it that there aren't words. It's just that very, you know, learned action. And anyway, you know what you're looking for in your eye. That's actually it's its own, you know, we'll all have our own proclivity of what we like to see. And so yeah,
I'm still a wet trimmer or a hand trimmer myself because I'm a one-man team. I'm still trying to do everything. And I'm thinking of the next step for myself, which I know undoubtedly is going to be an extract of some form, you know, more than like a couple of head. But if I were passing it on to the next guy as, you know, just as a material that I'd like to get some more out of, I would probably lean more towards the bag, you know, to speed up the time and you know, just make it an easier process. But seeing how I'm the next guy, and the next guy for me is, you know, extract, I do take a little bit more time and trying to, you know, make it a little easier on myself, get a little bit better of a product. But then again, I guess like the next step has to be something you keep in mind. I believe, I don't know for sure, but if hydrocarbon was the next process, again, trim bag wouldn't be such a bad option. I don't think I would want to like wash that material. It done been whooped too much and it would make my water more of a slurry. But if I were going to pack that into a tube and blast it, yeah, again, I'd be more apt to toss it around a little bit. But that's why I do. That's why I've been stuck with the way I trim to this day. Is just because initially it was in the belief of the wet trim. If I know I'm going to make some quality bubble, I'm definitely fucking wet trimming. That shit's going in the freezer. You know what I mean? Any other time, man, it might get dried out a little bit and I might wash it later on. But if I want it quality, top notch, that shit's going straight to the freezer. And you can't do that in a trim bag or trim machine. Is there trim machines that you can trim well? Seems like that'd be a mess.
It seems like that'd be a mess, doesn't it? But I'll bet they exist.
Sure, they do.
Yeah,
I'm sure
that'd be too sticky, wouldn't it, for any kind of manual, unmanual.
Wet trim?
Yeah, can you wet trim with a machine?
Oh yeah, they got the twister. The twister does a good wet trim.
Right.
If you have a good hard bud, if you have a fluffy open one, the people one, it will shred the hell out of it somewhat. Like all the edges, like we're talking about. It will take all these fingers off and just like take it down to nothing. Like Smiley said, like the fluffy bud will turn into nothing. They probably work better wet. Because it won't crush the weed.
Yeah, it's funny. I guess we're just sold on what we're sold on for the most part. So I don't think it's a lot, it's like I said, you just kind of know what you want, you know what you like to see, and that's probably what you aim for.
Yeah, I like the bumblebee trimmer. Hand trimmers. They're just like hair trimmers, hair scissors, but for weed.
See, like for me, my trim's dependent upon the weather, how I'm going to do my plants. So like now in the wintertime, when I go to dry, I don't take a whole lot of I take the big fan leaves off, but I leave a lot of leaf material on and then stick them in my drying tent only because of the drier weather, Summertime is different. I pretty much trim off everything that's big or giant to the point to where it's just only little, sugar leaves and some smaller fan leaves sticking out. And that's how I do it in the summertime. Otherwise, with all that leaf material on there, I'll definitely would end up with, I don't know if I got pretty good control over my tent, but even still, shit gets out of whack real fast. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Forgot what I was going to say.
Drum solo.
Drum solo.
I can't drum right now.
That's my new word when it gets real cold. We have that the awkward silence moment. I just whip out drum solo.
I just
It's so
animal from the Muppets.
Fucking. I love that. I wanted to be him so bad when I was a kid.
That's cool. I used to.
Now I am. It's the hairless version of him.
Tony, I was in percussion, but I never learned to play a drum set or nothing like that. I was in the 8th grade band, fucking percussion, playing bass drum. So I was just like, boom, boom, boom.
Hey man, that's how you start though, I didn't start that way, and I'm still learning to play the drums too myself. Actually, I think you're always saying anything else. You're always learning stuff, But
so, dude, I was watching a heavy metal guy. There's a guy on Instagram that fucking he plays the drum solo to like people's TikToks where they're like screaming and shit, and he like makes it into like a heavy metal song. It's funny as hell. But he does like a bass drum roll. Is that like is there like 2 pedals to the bass like that?
Double bass, yeah.
Some people have a double bass.
So what, like moving your foot down hits it and then up hits it? Is that what that is?
No, they have 2 pedals. It's double pedals, because you'll see a guy that'll have just one bass drum, and it's 2 pedals. So what it is 2 pedals on the actual frame where the beaters are. It's like they split the top. So one side moves on one, and then the other side moves on the other. So you have like dual heads on there, and then there's like a rod that connects to the one side over and kind of pushes that pedal over to your left side or right, depending if you're a lefty. And then you have basically double bass drum. So you basically got sticks in your feet, right?
Yeah, because I was like, damn, dude, he's going nuts with his foot. Because, like, I don't know, just listening to it, I'm just like, holy shit, that's like a drum roll on the fucking bass drum,
Yeah. I would like to know his name, because there was a guy, I forgot it started with a V though, Va Drum, I think he's called, or something. He calls himself VA Drum. And I saw him years ago, and he was doing like Mario Brothers, like the original song. He took that and started putting all these drum things over it, and it sounded so fucking cool. I was like, wow. So I wonder if it's the same guy, because I know he's like a heavy metal, kind of like a Dream Theater heavy metal type.
He's actually from my hometown.
Who's that?
He's from this hometown where I live. Yeah, he's
oh shit,
Doherty. He's my son's buddy.
Oh no
He
shit.
does all that drumming with he puts all the little sound bites for all the and does the like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like some dude screaming at some car or something, and he puts the drums behind it, and it sounds like a fucking.
He lives about a half a mile away up the road.
I love it.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
That's
I'll have
so
to-
cool.
We were only talking about. I only found this out in the last maybe 2 weeks because my son was talking to another friend of mine from Dublin, and he's he's into these sessions all the time, and they were saying, "Oh, do you ever come down? Do you know my mate? He sessions with such and such and plays with loads of different bands." Yeah, and he went, "You know Dave Doherty?" And I went, "Yeah." Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Small
Oh,
world.
don't surprise me at all. He's very talented. Like he's
Yeah.
easy can play with any band for sure.
Yeah, he plays with. I think he's unbelievable amount of bands.
I'll look.
Small little word that we ended up talking about this. And
It's one of them things. I don't remember his name on Instagram, but I know I follow him and it like pops up in my feed or whatever. So next time I'll send it to you because then you can follow him too. 'Cause he's funny as shit. Really, it's fucking hilarious because like it plays the TikTok video side by side with him or whatever. So
Yeah.
you see like, the people fucking like screaming and running around the room and shit, and he's all like.
that is a perfection. Like like that's to project that stuff out is like I've only seen it on the video and it's like wow. And they said he'll do that live, like in the middle of like a concert where they'll need a little break and he'll just get into that like, and they just like, it's like mesmerizing for the crowd and everything. Because then they realize it's him, you know what I mean? It's like, wow,
Yeah, dude, drummers are fucking bang it out. Man.
It's like, okay, so in Morocco making hash, it's all that offbeat. Yeah, they start drumming and it's like the little drumming, it's the subtleness of the drumming. And it's the guy on the other end of the table, they're playing all on the one drum. Remember the tabletop is tightened down to a skin, okay? So when they hit the drum across, like they create like a bass, like a bass drum, like it creates that little wave, there's like the vibration in the middle of it. There's that subtleness, and that's what drops the hash. Because I remember them using like a bass speaker as well back in the day in Holland, trying to drop the hash. Before isolator and the little bag things, they were using like bass speakers to drop hash. There was actually a device you could buy to drop like that was sound. I'm not too sure what the name of it was, but that was like one of the things in the 90s that they were, yeah. And another thing, U2, one of their albums is completely drummed hash. Okay, all the drumming on it is just the boys making hash. That's what they sampled and put it in on the music. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, there's little things like that. Adam Clayton, profound hashish smoker, been really gone to the courts here in Ireland from the 80s and 90s where they tried to stop him. U2 would have never got to America because of hashish. Really. They really wanted to push it. They busted him as a young kid and they wouldn't, had to drop all them charges against him and all that. So we as young kids, like we were using him out, so you let Adam Clayton off, but you want to bust me and yeah. And they didn't like us having that little bit of, that's not supposed to be known. Because it was done under the table,
Oh,
and it was
shit,
done
that's
before
awesome.
you two were a big band or anything, it was like, yeah.
That's some awesome inside information there.
Yeah, it is. I met those guys too, man. It's pretty funny because the Edge, Bono, and the drummer, they're all like about fucking 5 foot tall, maybe. And that Adam Clayton dude comes rolling through, man, and that dude's like 6 foot something. I'm like, holy shit! It's so wild because you see him on stage and it doesn't look like that. And then when you see him in person, super nice guys though, man. Dude, let me tell you what, they shook my hand. Hey, how's it going? And there was a million people there. I was just happened to be standing right by the car when it pulled up. They're like, "Hey, how's it going?" You know. But I was just shocked at how small they were. I was like, "Wow, they're fucking short." AC/DC too, another band. These guys are real small. Those guys are like 4 foot tall.
Notice
But
that
man-
too. Why is that? Some of them lead men that have the, or any of the lead singers have that fucking real strong voice, seem to be short in stature for some reason. It always amazed me that fucking loud, you know, that strong vocals comes out of that little body. It's like, wow, how's that even possible? It's just, I don't know. I find that to be pretty true myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
And-
I'm looking at you too. I'm like, this is a fucking power band, right? I mean, they're not playing tons of medley shit or melodies kind of stuff. I mean, they are, but they're fucking powerful band. And you, like you said, you see them, they're so small. I'm like, God damn, man, these guys are AC/DC too. Same thing, you know. You see them
Eddie
in person.
Vedder, Pearl Jam.
Eddie, oh yeah,
He's got
Yeah.
that
Oh, small
real
one.
deep, nice voice. Tiny dude. He's
I'm
the
just
real
little.
short dude
Look
too.
at, like, talking about Irish musicians, Van Morrison, he's a small little, and Bono, they look very, very similar. That statures or whatever. It's probably that kind of, going back to like older classical guys singing as in tenors and all that. Pavarotti was a small, you know, well-structured, you know.
yeah.
Godsmack is Dr. Buzz Lightyear, and Danzig was a short dude.
Yeah.
How short? What's short though? Like,
Oh,
what's
these
short?
guys are under 5'1", 5 foot. They're like I said,
Oh,
I
yes,
think
I'm a giant.
Bono and those guys are probably 5 foot, maybe 5'2" at the most.
I'm a giant compared to these people.
I'm ducking out, dudes. I'm faded.
313,
Have a
take
great
care,
day,
man.
brother.
All right.
Happy Monday.
Easy, guys.
Or happy
Peace out, brother.
Tuesday.
I'm waiting till
Just
420.
Tuesday.
420.
Yeah.
Peace
Been
out.
on for 6 minutes yet.
Yeah, I'm staying till 420.
Good to see you, 313.
See you later, buddy.
Yeah, you know what? I think a lot of musicians, especially rock guys, are smaller because, you know, a lot of these guys, you know, went out like when I was growing up, you know, if you didn't want to take care of business and fight your way into the group, then you just kind of got picked on all the time. If you didn't like to get picked on, you went home and you stayed home. And then a lot of these guys picked up guitars, drumsticks, whatever, and play in their bedroom, and they get really good. And next thing you know, they're out there playing, you know.
They're on top of the world.
Yeah, I mean, for me to see someone that's like 6 foot now, like in my band, Larry's pretty small. I mean, it's not small, but you know, as far he's a little bit below average, I would say he's probably like 5'7". So it's not small, but you know. And then we got like Bobby, he's like 6'3" or something like that. And there was Steve, we had him for a minute, and he's like another guy, 6'3", 6'4". I'm about 6 foot. I'm not overly tall. I think I'm about average, but
Bases
it's just
are usually tall.
yeah. Yeah, there is something to that though, isn't there? Bass players there is a lot of big, tall bass players.
I'm a bass player, but I'm not tall.
Oh, at least the bass players are short. Like,
Well, how tall are you, Modern? You're the same height as me, right? You're like 6 foot,
Oh.
5'11".
6 foot.
5'11", 5'11".
Mm-hmm.
Probably nowadays getting shorter.
I'm 5'11" and 3/4.
I can see Modern in one of them 80s kind of disco bands, yeah, with all these moves and all that, and nice on the bass, you know, bit funky.
I did my fun back in the day.
That's good to know. We're looking for a bass player. Want to play?
Well, it wasn't so far away.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Today you don't even need to. You can go to your studio and just send it down the line.
Yeah, you could do that. There's just
Zoom it. We
that
Zoom
works. But you
I
still
blew up
there's
my
something
hand.
missing though from that too. I've done that twice now. It's actually fun, you know, but there's still you're missed that that connection, you know, when you're there in the same room together and
Yeah,
you
that
can look
vibe.
over it.
And be part of the campground thing there. We're talking about Stoney. Fucking just everybody bring their instrument for like a campground jam. Oh shit.
Fuck yeah. You do it every night, man. After the lights go down, you know, like after dinner or something, have everyone come out, bang around on drums, guitars, shake shit, whatever, you know, for a couple hours. Maybe have a band come on for
Bring
an
my
hour and close
spoons
out
and
the
my
night.
I don't know if I want to do that. I'd have to practice first with somebody before I started playing with them.
There you go. Eagle's looking to join a band.
Lead singer. Screaming Eagle.
Yeah, not interested in doing anything like that this time.
Have Johnny,
I got a
Johnny,
bigger
be
fish
good
to
now.
fry.
Johnny be good on the drums,
All
yeah?
the musical skill. My daughter took all
I
the musical
haven't-
skill.
You guys get martial artists, man. I think he plays something, doesn't he? Play drums or something like that. One of those guys do.
Martial artist plays the
It's in
koala.
chat, I'm sure.
I mean,
I play the spoons and the cowbell.
I can play the recorder.
Oh, the cowbell. Oh, the recorder. There you go. That's a good one.
Just know.
You make some good chocolates.
You know the little triangle?
You know, honestly, if you guys listen to a lot of our songs and shit, we got a lot of weird shit like that, recorders and stuff on our music that we recorded in when we were putting the songs together. Larry's into all the weird shit, kazoos and plastic, like cheap ass stuff. And it usually comes out the coolest when you record it for some reason. Like you could buy $1,000 something and then like make one out of cardboard, and for whatever reason.
Dude, I just seen a thing where it was a symphony type band or whatever, but they made all their instruments out of fruits and like vegetables and shit. And they had like, yeah, it was fucking wild, man. Like,
That is crazy.
but they tuned all that shit too. That was what was wild about it. They played a song and it was like a one-time use instrument or something.
Yeah.
We got a dab song today.
I'll try to work it up here real quick.
1 minute.
So
1
I'm
minute.
curious. I never even thought about this till now because I've never had an opportunity to speak with somebody across the world right off the bat. Well, I was thinking about it. Meaulflower, you especially. Do you know who Steven Seagal is?
Yeah.
Do you? Not the actor, but the band.
Oh, no, the actor I would have. Yeah. No.
I'm talking about the actor too.
You kidding me? No way. Ah, man.
Even was in a band.
I'd show you. No, hold on. Let me find the dad song and I'll fucking show you. I'll introduce you to these cats. I can't believe you don't fucking know who they are, Meaulflower.
No.
I'm gonna be happy to introduce you to these guys.
Are they Irish?
I'm always open to new music.
Yeah. Yeah, they're over on this side of the pond.
They're from your island.
So all right, we got we'll get the dab song. Happy 420.
That is your island, right? Yeah.
While we're doing that, I'll fucking find the song. They do covers of all kinds of like rock tunes and shit. But they're I'm pretty sure they're from Ireland.
It sounds. You ever hear of Ween? You ever hear of the band Ween?
Yeah.
They're kind of like that. They do some covers and shit and change words around and
My internet just gave off. I didn't shut you down. There you go. I can't believe you guys. Has anybody heard of them?
yeah, I've heard of them, but I've never heard them.
They're along the lines of I can't even think of their names real quick. A southern banjo band. Oh, fucking brain farting like crazy this morning. All right.
Oh,
Oh, the Dead South was the other band I was thinking of. They're kind of like the Dead South. You know who they are?
oh,
These guys actually came to Michigan like 2 years ago. I picked up on this shit from my tattoo shop, the tattoo guy I used to get from down in Flint there. He was always had some cool music blasted in there. Yeah, I always had that kind of.
Something he played for you while he was he had you up on the chair.
Yeah, he fucking usually had that shit so loud you could hardly. We had to scream to each other.
Yeah, I've been getting some chest work done on the last few days. Coming down. Yeah, coming down from, it comes from here. Well, not shown, but it's, coming from my lips down. Down to my chest.
Torso's kind of. Oh, that's fucking cool. Torso's a little fucking tender, that area there.
I thought the neck would be very sensitive, but no. Yeah.
No?
I didn't feel it. No, even on the face, I didn't feel it. A slight little, you know what I mean? I was expecting a lot worse than it wasn't.
The armpit was bad.
The feet is the worst for me ever. That's the pain on my feet. But that's all handled as well. All tap, 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 tap.
Seems like this part in here would be killer.
Or yeah, it's all bad anyways. But yeah, it was for me. I got on the inside of my arm, up near the armpit. It was my first one, and guys like, you sure you want to do that? I'm like, oh yeah.
You have ducts there that are like your sweat glands. So that's where there's a different it's a different type of skin and a different, because it's more porous. And when you start to get them needles into them porous areas, that's where it's like
yeah, it feels like fire.
They're actually ducts, they're a different, it's like it's a draining area. It's constantly sweating out there. Yeah, so it's like a flow. And you're trying to, you're blocking up them with like tiny little cuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way.
that
dab is
got me so many bitches. Sorry.
Sound like
That got me so many bitches at just that on my collarbone.
The dab is hitting in now, so bye.
Hey everybody, it's been real, but I gotta go to bed. I gotta be successful in the morning tomorrow. I gotta be all professional tomorrow. So, see you guys. Good hanging out, everybody.
later, brother.
Have a good day.
Popping in, brother.
Always modern. Have a good one.
Good night.
So I found them here. So let me screen share. I don't know how much I get in trouble for. I'm trying to let me pick a good one for you guys. So they do a bunch of covers of like AC/DC, You Shook Me All Night Long. I know they do a Metallica cover. Nothing Else Matters is a good one. They do Iron Maiden They do like the tweaker, the offspring, no self-esteem or no esteem. I wish I could find the November Rain. Oh, here's the Metallica. I'm gonna take my beating on this one because I don't know whatever is gonna happen. So screen share the shit.
We'll just talk while it's going on.
Shitty shit.
Buffering. I love the buffering. So there's one guy in this band, and I suggest you look them up, man. They're fucking awesome. Awesome band to play here. So this is Nothing Else Matters by them. And so the guy on the accordion, and every song, he's always wearing like a coonskin hat or some kind of weird hat, but he always makes like a dramatic ending or entry, I should say. So one time he come in on like a farm tractor doing donuts and shit, and he'll be playing the instrument and shit. This instance here, he'll be come rolling in on a paddle boat, and he comes walking. He actually just steps off the boat, playing, walking through the water. These guys are fucking awesome, man. So close, no matter how far. Could be much more from the heart. Somehow or another, they made their way to fucking Flint, Michigan, and I missed the opportunity to fucking see them, man. But they do a lot of awesome covers. You gotta look into these guys. Life is ours, living our way. Yeah, he's working his way out. There he is. Trust I see. He always makes a dramatic entrance. Always crazy hat. Most of the time, and nothing else matters. He's actually my favorite. They do it. Good. My musical tastes are like all over the map. All over the map. But you'll find me rocking out too. All these words I don't just say. We're probably copywritten all the hell by now. Totally awesome, man. Right, we shouldn't push my luck too much, but you guys should really check out Steven Seagal's. It's Steve N. Seagal's is the name of the band, but they got a lot of fucking awesome covers. It's whatever. I can't believe that from your end of the block there, you haven't heard of them, bro. You're muted, brother. Meaulflower.
You're muted, Meaulflower. There you go.
Yes, sorry, yeah. I'm stuck in a little bubble here and it's like you brought that music to me, so it's like, yeah, it came to me one way or another. Yeah, so I'll look it up later on, and yeah, I'm surprised I haven't. You know what I mean? Because my kids they're always saying, "No, Dad, do you like this? Do you like Yeah.
Oh man, I
I'll
guarantee
definitely have a
you
look
like what
because
you
that's
hear.
lovely. I like that, and especially what you said about your man doing these little thing with the accordion.
You can check
Lovely
them
thing.
out. I'm gonna drop this one in chat here, the link for that video anyway.
Well, I have a doctor's appointment in the morning too, so I'm gonna have to cut it short. Eagle, thanks for coming on tonight. Spreading this love
Coming,
around.
brother.
Appreciate it, brother.
Johnny, have a good one.
Yes. Everybody, Rockefeller,
Peace out,
meaulflower,
Johnny.
greenfingers, smiley,
Good one, Johnny.
13, and who else was on here? Jack, and who else was there?
I got them right here. Hold on. Oh shit. We got it. I put them. I made sure and double checked. So I put it. I've been trying to, as you guys come on, put you guys in the description of the show.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
So anyways, you guys, love you
Oh,
all.
there we go.
Thank you. I have that.
I got too much shit going out, John. Sorry. You have a good day, brother.
Cool, man. I'm gonna bounce early too, just because it's the fucking thing to do. I don't have no doctor appointment. So,
Not past your bedtime.
yeah, it is, man. Otherwise, I'm gonna be up till
Your beauty
till
sleep's
5.
going to be given out to you.
I'll be up till 5. Everybody be like, "Oh, it's almost to 20." Like, all right. No, it's always fun hanging out, man. It's always good to see you guys. It's awesome. So appreciate it, Eagle.
Sun's up here anyways, so you can see behind me.
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce early too.
So it's just the sunrise has just started.
Peace, Smiley. Have a great day, brother. Appreciate you popping in. Garden looked great.
Yeah, I guess.
Are you fucking with us now? He was fucking.
Later,
Hear
Smiley.
the thing he said. I think I'm gonna join this one. I gotta fucking some shit I gotta do. Catch some Z's before I take my youngest to school. But appreciate popping in.
Thank you very much. Eagle, Johnny, Stoney, chat, everyone. Have a good day. Yeah.
Peace out.
Be nice to somebody out there. Give somebody a hug or this whole thing of fucking elbowing is no fucking good. Huh? Okay. Love you.
Have a great day, brother.
Bye-bye.
Check out that band, brother.
I have them
Love you. Have a
already.
great day.
I have them. I have it. Look. I'm in.
Nice. Hell yeah.
The accordion player is never late, is the comment.
All right, guys, I'm out. Have a good
Later.
day. Eagle, thank you.
Smiley. Stoney, have a great day. Thank you for popping in, brother.
Green fingers, we'll see you. Chat. Peace out, guys.
All right, Eagle. Thanks for having us. Weed nerds, plant some seeds. Fucking do something. Like, do something, weed nerds. There's so many of you guys out there. Share a pack of seeds.
We're a world now.
Share
Take
a pack
care,
of seeds with
brother.
somebody out there. That's my message for today for the people. Not everybody can afford seeds, so just remember that, people. Well, remember. Love you, Eagle. You do too much for everybody. I want that pink beanie. Just kidding. Love you.
Love you too, brother. Take care. I may fucking against everything. I may see what I can do about making some merch available. It would be great. It would be very much against everything I wanted to do, but if it's the only way I can get it to you guys, it may be a possibility. If you guys want it, we'll see. I'll see what I can do about making it happen. With that being said, let's get these fucking shout outs going, man. I missed them last time, so let's fucking get them going. Turn this down a little bit though. Flowing through this list as fast as I can. Subcool House of Dang, Mama Law 710, Scarecrow 420, Green Thumb Bum, Christina MG89, Unplugged 705, Medical McGullicuddy, Ricky the Rebel, the 9G207, Baby and Selena, Save's Not Here, Tom Spook, Greg Walker, Mendo Dope, T-Dog, Doug Beetle, Red Eye Jedi, Grows, Mother Nature, Justin Conway, Duckweed, Runboy 7426, Justin Goodearth, Strong Man, Okie Rower 75, Corey Treble, Michael Wallace, Mo Vision 420, Cujo, Cat Daddy Taco, Don Slug, Rick S. In the Bushes 827, James Seaman, Kevin Hahn, World's Last Hope, Pats Fan 420, Bobby Winter, Dirt Road Dude, Canna Shiva, Jose Ramirez, Red Eye Rustler, Dab Goblin, Dr. Buzz Lightyear, S Tone, glad to see you back, brother. 710 Canuck, Canna Queen Genetics, Sabby Tanazi, Fooner, Dirt Man, Dan, Keith of Black Sales, Mr. Bozilla, Sun Premium Gardens, Rasta Bob, Rasta Jeff, Sold Root Small, 2 Tyler, Frosty Buds, Norm Michigan Micro, Weed G Buds, Dub T Roy, Big Shark Rose, JC, Modern Genetics, SoCal Weedner, John Last, PPJ 15, Green County Growers, TJ Apple, Perfectly Perfected, Dollar Tree Grower, T1 Productions, Date Grower, DOA Grow Meds, Miss Nudie Grows, I Gruesome, Johnny Cannaseed, Nutrient Shootout, Snotty, Nikki, Joanne Samler, NNY, Pixel Monkey, St. Bernard's Observation with Clover 420, I Spy, Aldridge 25, Miss Madam T, Stu Moon, Mo Grower, Candy Crate, Loki Grows, Sess, This Guy, Burton 79, Polish Hammer, Midwest Outlaws, Voodoo Ultras, Fresno Nerds, Cali Connection, Wolverine Grows, Big Jar Grows, Jimmy One for Life, Late Wayback Farmer, D Block, MNP, Nations Creations, Amberlana, Psychedelic Warlock, Artist LD, Sir Shicky, Rob, Big Dave, 420, Brett Wendell, Big Ed, 1961, Manawani, G3, The Green Click, JK Triple G, Mr. Sprinkley, Brittany and Tyler Cheesley, Hope Farms, Lisa G, John, B Too Crazy for You, BG, WG420, Dr. Budswell, Purple Thumb OG, Arthro, Sensmelia, Arthro, Space 420, Beast Coast Scroll 420, Sir Hal, Trey Balone, Keep It Real, Hagerton 420, Zeb Zeppelin, Audit Everywhere, BT, Double E Grows, Bingus, Green Puffin Man, Alex Boy, Jeff, Chef Life, School of Crop, Cause I Love It, Green Mountain Grower, Southwest Oakley, Real 100, 212, Andy Man, Marion Family Farms, Page Farms, Meaulflower, Ryan Henderson, Green 13, Nude Sebot Twins, Kingdom Aquaponics, Indra, Michigan Native, Mary Jane Red Garden, Streamer 77 WD, Bad Bunny Nutrients, Mr. Green Pots, Mr. Green Nugs from 619 to 664, Spaniard, Kruger Jones, and Pro Pop G Grows, Raz, Amy, Dro Grows, Cass, the Grow From Your Heart podcast, Looney, Linda, Green Med Black, Jeremiah Miranda, Sony Creek, Lost Art, Mr. No One, LG 420, Giant Mike, Prometheus Soul, Jason Isom, P. Win, David Colby, Mason 662, Scroggy McScrogger 10 the 4th, Goddess Crows, Kaylee Burrows, Chad and Bad Family Farms, Paulie B, Kevin Joger, Mike Honcho, Jay Huggins, UDA, Green Tree Hunter, Kush Cloud, Joshua Steensland, Organic Homebloods, Warren Nelson, Camwood, Maine Mystic, Show Love Always, Kelly Stone, Texas OG, Chuck Norris, Sire Jess, Claire, Fresno, Happy Guy, The Riffin, Bad Boy, Jack Greenstalk, 420, Boone Farm, Charlie Farms, Fall 20, Aldridge 25, Smileys Garden, JT's Misty Doug, Smoking Grow Fraser, Grow Koski, Twisted Roots, Faded Farm 420, Jeff Dorowski, Genetic Memory Farms, Evolve 420, Cameron, Mr. Bagseed, Jill Carter, Mystic Marks, Mystic Grower, Ginger Snaps, DTE, Grows A, Work Wolf, DLP 2372, Ned Denver, Mike Denver, Sergeant 420, Ken Trooper, Blind Cat 420, Led Up Again, Tim, UKSIF 420, Buddha Boy, Devin Shipwreck, Medical, MJ Budsville, USA, Resurrection Prophet, Chris Martinez, Dink Man Dan, Dink Man 420, Red Set of Farms, Good Luck, Joni Bell, Cheetah B, Most Hated Grower, the Major General 420 Army, the American One, W Digger 714, Shirates, Kineo, Genetics, Mountain Skies, Ready, Hit That Hot Bar, Chris Mertz, Ian, Save Robbie, Sergeant Live, Hepa Faith, and Figure Lakes, Finance, Ridge Patch, Stones, Moon, Southern BT Grower, Choose Medical, Jared Bear, +1, Mushroom, Secret City, Pioneers, My Little 10, 2042, Space Rocker, Christian, Tree Mum, T. Beerton, Hyde, Soul, Homegrown, Mike B, T. Dwayne, East Coast Will, Heidi Day, John Smith, Galactic Gardens, Elliptis, My Natural Farms, Pacific Northwest Seeds, Rockeafeller, Fall, Lemon Hoko, Trench Rita's Juicy Life, 420 Grant Manuals, Mary Bond, Sammy Sizzle, 9-inch Colas, Chris Moo, DK Trades, Vision Creator, Guru, Decime Brew, Canna Nation, JJ Wow. 311 mix up Kinder Gross, Evergreen Haze, G Friends, Tree, MMJ, Matt S.A. Ball, Dragonfly B, Justin Meds, Travis Wallace, Lucky Mike, Seattle Chronic Seeds, King Chronic, Titan from Blessed Coast Seeds, Shango Gas, Wabasso for Life, John Smith, Tommy Trico, Smoke King Raz, Pop Little, Slow Roll, Spiky Pies, Oscar Green Jr., Matt Silbert, Indo 11, Stephanie B, Sharp Bully 989, Von Brown, Southern Gardens, Sonar Nation 420, Joe Y, Bugs 1313, Grower, Painted Lady, Frank Booth, Jay Myers, to Mid, to the chat, Mr. Manny D, Bagseed, Dr. DGC, Jeff Shredder 911, Dutch Crows 420, Scallywag 420, Skill Bull 1, Bedgrower 1, Empire Bringo, Froley, Lost Leaf, Liam Mass, Danny Danko, B Bear 7, Ollie Noble, CK, Tom Turnguy, CK, Looney Jester, Smoking With, Small Town, Tim S, Mr. Lazy, Raptor Groves, Rob, Automation is Freedom, Robert Hazelton, Gordon, Michigan, Double Tap Farms, Mr. Green Thumb Bum, 42808, Rudy Prospects, Kenny Bus Rider, Hayden Life, Kenny 710, Operation Grow, T Ben, TM 42696, Rude Nuts, Hammered Emails, Dr. Scrambles, BB Moonrocks, GHF Double J, Bio Green, Stealth Grower, Hanky, Stealth Grower 56, that is, Hanky Stinky 420, OGKP, Ganja Nana, Your Mom, and Georgia Joe, Roy Rod, VSB, Growing Nature's Best Nugs, Killer Bee Grows, Guns Wizard, Husky Gardens, Nut Tree 420, Dr. Ooze, Soul for Life, Bully for Life, the Jeff Roll 42069, Beta 698, the Dr. Franklin Booty, goddamn my big Ted's Test, Dan the Indoor Man, Gromies, Homies, Hampton, Smoke, Keystone Climate, Keystone, Canna Flag PA, Big High 710, Eugene Greeley, Ace Drew Hustle, Fred Derek Carlos, Ace North, Arizona Beer Girl 420, No Sellout, Jesse White, Costain Yeti, Introvert Genetics, So Jay, Vixen Robin, Mr. Killer 8 Mo, James Buttercream, C-Dub from NorCal, the Pharmacy C Bank, Jethead, Smokey, 616, Kurtz Mayhead, Mike, Myron, Morte, Rick Heyman, Stephanie Dorian, Sandon Seeds, Feb Carius, K, Mac Rubles, Mike Rubles, the Drew Bear 420, Maxi 751, Lawrence Gonzalez, Slow to Get Up, Stu Boo, Pop Co 719, Bake with Shake, baby, Old Smoke, PWC, Grow Buds, Lord Wash, Mr. Weed Blunts, Old School Grower, Chad Westport, Honcho Blood, Flora Nugs, My Little Piece of Heaven, Pugent Sound, Sleeds, Goliath Grower, Richard T. Crispy, Wannabe, Mr. Soul Food Spectrum Gone God, Lori Hanson, Real 2000 Years of Tradition, Mr. T. Conley, Pimp Jam McBodie, Face, Show Me Sats, Rock, Fuck Google and You, I'm Going Well, Canadian Resort, Poor Dirt Farm, Call Right, Zephyr, Humble Farms, Tannery Farm, Sheldon Scene, Oak Park Gardens, Hell 9782, Skunky Packs, Martial Artist, Think 2012, thank you, brother. Daniel McGizzle, Medically Fake, KGB, Robert Mr. Greenfingers, Motherfucking Thomas, Rancher Coach Plenty, Monkey Balls, Andrew Chipper, Bobby Lynn Means, Trench Digger, Mr. Mag, Tony Like Baloney, Bill L. Sweet Piece, Tater Delicious, Minty Country Roots, You're on Fire, Jeanette's, Earth Creeper, Big Ray 420, Tina 101, Buds and Hanson, Mr. Club 14, Bearded Bee Man, Farm 616, Snarl Up North, Max Screwman, Ruby, Timothy McKimmons, Justin Beans, Chronic 88, Fat Belly, Real, Jennifer Steele, Kinbus 03, Turk Farmer, Jenna Sandin, Stevens, Carlitos, Latinas, Cater Country, Mr. Speed, Wolfstein, Firesaw, Wally Wookie, The Goddess Grows, Rasta Bob, White Feather Grows, Burning Shrooms, Tone Grows, K-Man Grows, BX Gunna 81, Smith, Dude, New Grows, Sean McCann, J Monks, Dank Agenda, Walla Walla, Canada Grow, Fall Dog, Huron, Canada, Constellist, Parish Rock, Fam, Justice Mix 420, Ben Fresh, Grow, Thriving Herbs, Highball, Yo Mailman Grows, We Be Growing, Australian Grown, Love for the Plant, Argo American, Smart Poker, Unfrozen Caveman, Hawaii's Highest, Surf Craft, Micro Goon, Jeff Lowenfels, Mobius Grows, Dan Brownies, Dan D, Elliot Harkis, Mystic Flavor, The Foraging Gardener, Overwater, Overkill, Seattle Steve, Shadow Warrior, Valley Green 514, Amelia Jensen, Oz, Indica, Dr. MJ, Coco, Brandon, Russ, Matthew Gates, D's Bags, Drone, Star, Shotgun Billy, Joan, Dank, Yoda, Jay Simmons, Bro Grows, Collectimus, Coop, DJ Canley, Aaron the Grower, like 1978, Michigan Grown Buzz, Your Boy, Roy Boy, Delta 9, Jay McDaniels, Collectimus 420, Sinky Colas, Dylan Stein for PFC Farms, Killa Haskey Garden, Sun Grove 707, J.A. Dro, J420, Cascadian Grows, Cheetos McGee, Or Plante, Weed Works, Captain Scrog, Skunky Buds, Hans Warrior, Jackie Young, Terry Lee Live, McGaster Tunky, Annie ND, Urge, Green Jr., Leon from All Purpose Plus, Green Goose 11, Smiles 11, Bindu Buds, Michael, Ross, Plenty, Room City, Sin, Hawaii Sustainable, Midnight Roots, Dead, Cynic, Knuckles, Michael P, Polly B, Quick B, Nimble, Bud E, Kilowatts, Michael D, 4889, Disbanded Brothers, Mustinian Man, Joseph, Grace Medicine RX, Keith and Chief, Hydro Jelly, Concerned American Cannabis 411, Freedom of Speech, Dr. Jonesworth, These Trees, Ganja Sudoku, 710 Upside Down, 710 is Oil Upside Down, Jesse Stevenson, hopefully your situation will improve, brother, Victoria Baduch, Canada, what babe? What about Bob, Skaker, Gardens, Cuscarole, Slick Rick, 8 Dog, Pounds, Dave in St. Louis, Amu Watts, Costain, Yeti, Ed Rim, and then Grown, Uncle Elmer, Off Grid Terps, Christopher 54, Big Force to you, hug, cheers, brother. Liars Predator, Matthew SoCal, Sioux, Illinois, Manburgers, Jinx Proof Genetics, Dark Horse Genetics, Stoner Dude, Joel and Jen from North Star Genetics, Carol Ann with some cry, PTA, B13 Lil, Root Beyond Perfection, XX Elite GPXX, Uncle Stoner, Crispy Tree Kitchen, Growers Paradise, LAD Grown, Iceni Clan, Decoy Bacon, Mrs. Cato Fresh Baked One, Jay Allen, Big Bob Grows, Jolly Canna, Australian Grows, Jucka 420, Daniel Phils, Mr. Nowhere Man, Silly, Seashells, Richard Forbes, David Pimenta, B4 P4, Nigga T, John Reach, What About Bob, Prince Patty, David, Daniel Bergman, sorry Daniel, B Green Puffin Man, B Dudley, James Chung, Sarge Rose 818, John Wayne, Carolina Roots, Sister Golden Hair, Deanna L. Dankarino, K&F Gardens, Blank 1030, Choose One, Only Feed, Farmer James, Crypto Dope, Richard Lamb, HIP Grower, Matt Javine, Dan Marino, Chronic Wonder, Sunrise Grove, Top Floor Genetics, Mole Vision 420, Can2 Canvas, Jesse Fisher, My Dog Nelly, Rooster, Rose, Alex Hardy Gear, One and the Same, Schmitty Cropper, Daniel Gross, Photos, Mitten Grown Med, Sunrise Gross, Lexi, Brittany, and Koo, you know who you are. I love you guys so much. No Limit 916, Grumpy Toad, Alchemist, since Canna Mix, hopefully joining the team. No Soul Born Addictions, Ross, Joe, XD, Dirty Or Catfish, High Power, Thunder Dan, Propagation Station, John McDaniels, Lisa Marie, Sarge Grows 818, Blaze Dilly, Fried Piper, Perpetual, Eagle Proud Warrior, Sales Smiles Forward, You, Fragrance Hava, the Dank Duchess, Keno, Kelly Maxwell, Captain 420, Frankenstein, Stink Fat, What About Bob, Ill Justin, Pop's Rooms, John Gorski, John Doe, Dungeon Guesser, THC4, PTSD, T. Bearton, Honcho Grown, Swamp Camp, Polero, Canabinka, Bessa, Because, John Doe, Mr. Manny D, Canafari 420, AB Normal, Franklin Guerrero, Bare Feet, J. Brent 74, CK Brown Guy 420, Packadur 420, Burning Tree, Main EA, Gray Sun, Grow 207, Hydro Daily, Hemp with Gigi, Jamie Ream, The Duchess, Grow, Supreme, Great, Stoney, Rockefeller, Caveman, Canvas. Yep, got that side as well. Wild Wobby, Sean Biz, Rescue Ready, Roadside LLC, Notorious Nugs, Magma Seeds, Father and Son Trimming Tutorial, Dub T, Dank, Jose Ramirez, Perez, Doggo the Hut, 420, Buck Chiba Man, TR 420. Community videos. Again, great community over there, guys. Thank you very much for that, Mac Mellon. Hopefully you guys heard that shit all that time. Thank you guys for that, Macmillan, Detroit River at Louis Garcia, Michael P, AJ Everyday, Captive Audit, Cheddar Bob 13, Maine, 420 Medgrower, Cookie Coop, Jay Kendricks, In for the Grill, Backwoods All Good, Sally Mansell, Adam Skankin, Chanel Simpson, One Smoke Away, Ganja Rhodes, Kazoo, Aaron Burden Shrooms, Mr. Lincoln, Stinking Angel Studios, MG, the 420 Grow 10, Paul D. Elliott, John Fleming, Dankovich, Fibroflower, Paulie P. Seldom Seen, Elevated, Lenny Organic, Sun Man, Sun, Chibasani, Jeff Pollock, Ricardo Sosa, Dan Jakes, Earth Friendly Farming, Candy Forest Farmer, Fuck All That Be, The Misfit Grower, Jason 9512, Snake Eyes, Northern 4466, Jason Grayson, Stoner Baker ND, Stoner Creek, Stony Creek, Russ Sonic, Prince Willie, Tarzan Superman, Old Man, Herman Hat, Streeter, Bogor, Hattie Gar, Simple Man, Survivor One Time, Tim Blank. Cheers to you, my friend. Look forward to talking with you. Gulf Coast Chronic, Sink Fats, Caballero Pellear, Harley Grower, Gen God, Steve Collins, Todd Kendricks, Property Maintenance, Sharpie, the Island Hayes, Scuba Steve Speaks, Shay Irene, Brandy K, Steve Collins. I see the SAU. Claire Killian, Wardrobe Farley, Randy Grande, Piff 1000, Ace Boo 3223, Wake Up, Captain Freedom, Be Puffer, Smiles 15 Digit, Michigan Ganja Mooch, Hash, Fred's G, Super, Bob, Grossby 808, Weekend at Birdies, K-Bag, Justin Station, Strong Sal, Organic, Zippy, Imedic, Honor Steve, K Hal, meaulflower, Brent Boog, Todd Kendricks, Newton, KNT, Chris D, True Soon, 4 times 4, Natty Dread, Barbara Matthews, Ancient Soul, Grown, Kevin Canna Health and Happiness, Reserve 215, Collab, Low Cut, Ever Trembling, Momentic, Maz, Raz, Bench, Helen, Hugh, James T, Atomic Smooth, Miss Jill, Big Daddy, LT Gardens, High Flyer, 420, Lobster, Brush, Bro, Mother Tree, Maine, Yo Boy, Roy Boy, Aesthetic, Redville, Your Shannon, Gibbons, Ruhan, Rick W, Comfortably Numb, One Smoke Away, The 840 Show, Richard Lamb, Red Pill 710, where the fuck have you been? We're missing you. I believe you're here in Michigan, Red Pill. Call me. Canvas Pursuit, K Rolling, Worthy Buzz, Logan Man 81, Oil Flower Podcast, Atros, Foreign Distant, Pink Lady Luck, El Mondo 420, surrounded by Keith, Ferrari Farms, Fringe Dwellers, Single Fathers, Happiness Without Guilt. Getting almost through this damn thing. Here we go. Mike Steve, 562, Ganja, James Chrysler, Green Ghost, Genetic, Sunzor, B. Benson, Astro Charlie, Sativa Smurf, 4GTC, A. Bush, Dr. Astro Charlie, one more time, Dirty Hole, Genetics, TK, James C. Weaver, Bro Owens, Corey Gagnon, Green Hill Farms, Hillbilly Herbs, Tasty Word, Terps, Skunk Bruce, YBF, Larry OG, Boss Farm, Spartan Bones, Johnny Green, Thumb 710, Mr. Wildflower, Sheldon C. Gambler, Todd O'Connell, PP710, Caribou GB, Virginia Herbs, Red Pill, Equilibrium, Genetics, Trophy Truck, Skyway, Kevin O'Donnell, School of Props, Stupid Trucker, eBay, Bud Tender, The Glass Girl 420, Grow, Ted Nugs, Man, Bean, Greg 77, Ted Nugs, Skunk 8, Glassworks, Beast Mode 347, Mike Atomic Skier, JME 182, Justin Gucci, Webcam, Stoney, Dan Stoney, Baby Fat, Jake Kuda, Hip 1000, Dan Stoney, Sunshine Daydream, Sunshine Farm Daydream, Brad Star, Mountain, Loree, Scotty Nowhere, Justice Smith, Not Sure, Red Bear Farm, Two Dog Seeds, Butt Plug, Bungaloo, Luck E, Claude E, Goslin, Mount T Worlds, Green, Galilla, CT Gardens, Benny Ben, Up and Able, Missy Mar, Duber, Kush, Turk 5, Sentimental, Green Goddess, Alberta, Cannabis Grower, Earth Creeper, Don Hazelhurst, Matt Ness, John Golf, Coonward, Robert Rittenhouse, I know that one's a setup. Pedro Dizzy, Joey Burger, Mr. DeVille, Mikey from Mount. Fucking, I always mess that up. I'm sorry, Mikey. Maui Genetics. I'm gonna get it right. Whiskey Dancer, Dragonfly, Earth Medicine, Thunder, Dan, Sand, Lewis, Sungrown, Super Bob, Dutch Crow 420, Tough Impact, Mr. Tree, Green, Gypsy 1, DOS 247, 1, Dirty Rotten Imbecile 69, Steady Gauge, Ginger Bags, Soren A, Paco, Smartphone, Brady Ridley, Val F, Tough Impact, Crazy One, People Doing Stuff, Wade Pie, Multiple Division, Patio, Bears Growing It, Home Invaders Get No Pity, Blue Kiss Gardens, Crack Babies DWC, Shouty Life, Token, Pirate Supernatural, Brittany Nicole, Squirrel Gardens, Rossified, Joey One Love, No BS, Penny Pebbles, Rippers, did I get that right? Penny Pebbles, Rippers, last but not least, Rita's 207. If your name is not on this list, keep tuning in, participate in chat. I'm grateful for all these people in this list. These people have either tuned in, paid attention, played in chat, or been a guest on this show. I'm grateful for all these people. That's why I do these shout outs. Thank you guys. I'm grateful for all you guys on that list or not. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you tonight for Jack Greenstalk, Smileys Gardens, Green 13, Green Fingers, Modern Genetics, Johnny Canna Seed, Stoney, Rockefeller, meaulflower. Thank you guys for hanging out and talking some shit with me tonight in the Weed Nerd world. Man, I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. With that being said, hopefully you guys know the deal. If this is the end of your journey, please get some rest. If this is the beginning of your day, your journey, please take time for a little bit of self-love, meditation. Moreover, along the lines, please have a prosperous day. Along the day, please take time to find something nice to do for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. I'm not afraid to admit that myself. You guys have a great day. My guest this week, before I'm going to just let it out, Tim Blake. We'll be here Thursday. West Coast Takeover Wednesday. Other than that, we'll see where it goes. I'll try to be here tonight. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for guys fucking putting up with this inconsistent schedule. I know it sucks. It sucks for me too. I can't wait to get back to every day.